Good morning, everyone. Good morning. Hope you're all good on this morning. And let me turn my light off. Actually, it's not quite light enough yet, but it's getting there. You know, the daylight is coming. Daylight is coming. Good morning, bright and early. Morning, Viper. Morning, Musket. How we doing? Yeah, all right. I probably ended up staying up late tonight. I thought in many ways, I thought I was going to get away with it, right? Because midnight my time, like for last North America game. So I really thought, I'll get almost, like 7 hours at least. But because it finished so early, I was like, I got loads of time, you know? So I'm sorting the pods and then I'm dicking about for a bit. And then all of a sudden, I'm like, oh, it's half one. Fuck, it's half one, you know? So didn't get the most sleep I probably could have. So maybe that'll come back to bite me later in the weekend. But I'm feeling all right, you know? Feeling all right, ready for today's game, today's action. Yeah, we probably the way Korea's fallen this week is we probably got our best games right at the start. In terms of that T1 fixture, we got is it T1 ZETA on day 3? I think we've got. Find the right broadcast. What to? Go. I want to. That's the game we play. All right, there we go.
이길 수가 없는 팀이에요, 저희가.
Ooh, let me
저희가
do that. Hopefully you
라쿤이나
can see
팔콘
everything
같은
then.
팀을 이기면 제가 한 24시간에서 48시간 정도 노방정 한번 해보겠습니다, 제가. 100시간 할까 뭐야?
Morning, Macy, as well.
100시간 해도.
When can I expect to see Hex and PG co-stream? Best friend PGE?
팀이 좀
Surely
낯설고
sooner rather than later, right? Surely
저희는
sooner
이제
rather
약간
than
새로운
later.
시대를
Where's Korea?
여는 또뭐 저를
So
제외한
this is
모든
our
선수들이 거의
slate for today. It's actually probably the best match first. This ZETA versus Wei. Wei have a ball player in Milgaru, so maybe ZETA going to be tested a little bit hero pool wise here. You know, we saw Falcons have to sort of go round for meta or round a lot of the ball comps. Morning, Cassie. Go round a lot of the ball comps yesterday. Maybe ZETA will be making similar decisions. Wait and see. We got Vesta versus Pokerface, which on paper maybe two teams you're not excited about, but trust me, this is a scrap. This is a scrap. Remember, the loser of this probably gets eliminated and doesn't make it out of the the regular season into the what they call it, the seeding and last chance qualifiers. And then we got New Era versus Crazy Raccoon, which will be, always nice seeing Crazy Raccoon play, but I think, I think we know which way that one's probably going to go, you know. Thoughts on TM versus Alcacia. I thought Alcacia actually played pretty well. I think a lot of the things that I thought would be good for Alcacia kind of eventually got delivered on here, in terms of we saw Checkmate have a really pop-off performance. We saw Landon even get to fold some of the bapping. Ziad actually looked, good money on the Diva. I think for TM, for TM it's really bad, right? We've had two very different looking metas where they both changed. I think if we look at, I find it, let's see here. Oh, this channel seems good. Let's check out this channel. This channel might have some good information. But I think when I look at some of how things ended up happening, once they got into this version of the comp with the Sojin and stuff, I know a lot of people were theorizing when we saw this. When we saw this sort of comp come into the market, and actually maybe this version is the anti-hazard comp, and is there a better version in the mirror? And maybe the answer is yes, actually. Venture is something we've seen quite a bit in Korea. Farah is something we've not really seen in Korea, but looks to got pretty good value here on the new green screen. Not the new green, sorry, on the Surabasa. Morning, Fovai. Morning, Shimus. Team needs to play TV and 20 Diva next game, probably. It depends how meta the Diva is, right? I always feel there's certain heroes like Bull. What's another good example? There's certain heroes when they come into the meta where they're meta, but only if you're top tier on the hero, right? Like if we look at who did we see on Bull yesterday trying to play this comp? We saw people like Heesung, we saw jump in. We saw Dong Hack, some of the best. Well, maybe not T-Sung's not quite really in this category, but like Dong Hack and jump in, some of the most successful balls or most talented balls in the world. Maybe there is like a level for it that maybe doesn't exist in a lot of maybe EMEA and even North American teams. Morning Tolma. Morning Rash.
항상 승리로 여러분들께 보답해드리겠습니다. 이번 연도도 작년처럼 잘 부탁드립니다.
So I don't know if there's so I don't know if Diva is really the future or if Diva is just a, you know, like okay, so what's a good example here? So let's say
the all-new XL2566X
let's say
which uses the newly
Winston
developed
is good into
fast
Sigma,
TNN
right? That's like a pretty
and
common one. We've
upgraded
sort of seen that
Diat2
bit this weekend,
technology.
right? But would my Winston
This monitor
be a
has
counter to
inherited
best
the
of Sigma,
XLX
right?
monitor stand
There's like
design.
that's like
it has
that, we're
incorporated
getting start extreme with the examples, but hopefully you get my point, right?
Smoother adjustment to the exact desired
Show the monitor. There we go, guys. Find this monitor for sure.
Continue to evolve, refining details to ensure players can.
You know, there's like a ball is good into these things, but it's like have to be a certain level, and then I think also once you start going things like that are pretty decent into it, it gets harder as well, you know. All right, as our countdown, we'll kick it off. We've got to get the players and stuff out, so there'll still be a hot second before we really start in this. Let me try and get the volume level right. It's okay. I might smack crack onto a response to this. We can figure that out. We can figure that out. Appreciate that comes of
2015
course. Blind to
OWCS
see it
코리아
distracted.
스테이지 1
And it's useful,
3주
isn't it?
2일차 경기로 인사드리겠습니다. 캐스터 신지수입니다. 돈 말씀에 문창식 해설과 함께하도록 하겠습니다. 안녕하세요.
안녕하세요.
네, 메타가 변했습니다. 진짜 말도 안 되는 메타로 3주차부터 지금 돌입이 됐는데
So yeah,
깜짝
prediction-wise,
놀랐어요.
I can't
조합
remember
보고.
exactly what I put in my
어제
pickings for this one. Way too loud.
조합도 조합인데
You're too
실제로
quiet?
탱커
Okay.
쪽에서도 지금 로드오그 빼고 다
Now
나왔다고
actually
봐야죠.
cranked
네,
예.
깜짝 놀랐습니다.
네, 라인도 나오고
What about
맞아요.
now?
진짜 다 나왔습니다.
그러니까 별의별 지금 영웅들이 다 나오고 있는 상태인데
I feel like I had it balanced on. It was easier to
지금
balance on
다음
the clean
주는
because it was just
라운드
game
로빈이
sound.
끝나거든요. 포스트 시즌 전 변수로 떠올랐습니다.
진짜 그만큼 많은
Test of
팀들이
sound,
지금
test of sound.
메타가 갑자기
Morning Nate,
바뀌었잖아요.
morning
이
Karzet as well.
메타에
Morning
얼만큼 이
Steve.
흐름에
I can see your
거스르지
YouTube chat.
않을 수 있는지 이것도 되게 중요해요.
그렇습니다. 그래서 오늘 같은 경우는 좀 어떤 식으로 경기가 흘러가게 될지 잠시 후에 확인해 보도록 하겠고
Maybe there.
먼저 티켓 안내부터
Maybe
해드리도록
there.
하겠습니다.
The problem is I kind of obviously want to make sure I can actually hear the
티켓이 되겠습니다. 오늘은
game sound super
뉴에라
important.
오리지널 티켓이에요.
Oh, you know what we have got
팀들마다
today?
구도가
Wait, has he sent it to me
살짝씩
already?
달라요.
음흠.
그래서 다 이렇게 모아도 보다 보면 좀 만족감을 줄 수 있지 않을까.
네, 그래서
Where is he?
티켓을 구매하셔가지고 현장 찾아오셔가지고 많은 좀 응원 보내주시면 감사하겠습니다. 그리고 그 경기 방송 시작하기 전에 20분
So let me
전부터
shut Korea up. Do you want to see a sneak preview on Approachable? You want a world premiere preview? A WPP? Well, we're all here. Why not, eh? No thanks? No interest? Alright, can't give it away. Can't give it away. Oh. Thought it was one of our better episodes, but you know, nobody wants it.
We expected, like, we had like maybe a week in between where we couldn't scrim Nightmare or Liquid. We were just double blocking with SSG every day. Like, and we were expecting to win. I was expecting it to be closer. I was expecting like a 3-1 or 3-2 maybe, but we definitely were like expecting to win that match.
They did like a broadcast information request form that you have to fill out like in the preseason. So then they have all your information for if you win or lose a match, they can put your name and your info on screen. And they actually explicitly said in this year's broadcast info form, if you're a coach, don't fill this out. And it's like, I thought that people really positively
Yeah, like that
received
was-
coach of interviews in the first half of last year. I remember like you, myself, Gumba, Chrissy, everyone did something on the broadcast. Even Blake did something. And like every time it was positively received. People thought it was funny. They made a segment out of it. It built rivalries between the teams.
See you, RK.
Like, they built their roster with flexibility in mind, and then they skimped out flexibility on one of the roles for some reason. Like,
which role?
It's the tank. I mean,
Which tank?
like obviously Hazard is like, he can kind of do.
Who's he talking about? You have to wait to find out. actually enjoyed. So yeah, Cap was a good guest. I enjoyed having him on. Enjoyed having him on a lot. I think baiting like this violates TOS. I don't think it does. gotta suck a viewers in, you know. Oh, did you get ads at the same time? Oh, it was just on the. It's just like the auto queue. That's actually unfortunate timing. Obviously, Nightmare. Could be. You're not watching the new episode? Cap was a good guest. So obviously the episode mainly centers around a recap of week 2 in Korea, week 1 in EMEA North America. We don't talk Korea that much because I feel like it wasn't anything super surprising, you know. Maybe ZETA lose to Falcon, ZETA struggle to FTG, but then you factor in, there's no bloody main support. Hopefully Violet will be back today for ZETA and maybe more smooth sailing for him. But yeah, I thought it was a pretty good episode, quite entertaining. I think it's gonna be the most boring day. It's from YouTube chat. OWCS Korea season. I don't know. I think actually today's gonna be quite exciting. I don't know if it'll be the highest quality we've ever seen. I think Wei have like outside upset potential here. And Vesely Poker Face. It's a back alley brawl in this one. Back alley brawl to stay in the division. You can't wait to find out what a crazy impossible to guess client of the week is. And of course, how the quiz is. Oh, thank you, Zis. Marbles when? Marbles at some point. I've actually just been DM'd. I've just been DM'd 2 more Ash Mythic codes. So we're gonna have to play at some point today, aren't we? Because he just keeps pulling out Ash Mythic codes, this guy. Sorry, are we gonna start doing weekly uncoachable now? Probably not. I think sometimes, because what happened in week 1 is obviously like return of OWCS, lots of good things to talk about, a bit of drama. Ooh, my stream game is set to League of Legends. That's not the game I'm going to be streaming. Not to upset people. Let me see if I can fix that. Where is it? I think it's because on YouTube there's like you either have to set it up manually, or you can just be like, you figure it out, YouTube. You're smart. What am I streaming? Where is it? So I guess it's got on a close but no cigar situation. I don't even know how to change that. Game title. Overwatch 2. Yeah, Overwatch 2. There we go. Set it manually. There we go. This is obviously League of Legends. I mean, maybe it'll get more views. Craig is like for Golden Goose. It's like he just lays Ash Mythic codes. Just every day. Every day. Alright. Yeah, I can turn this back.
자, 오늘 3경기 준비가 되어 있습니다. 첫 번째 경기는 제타 디비전과 웨이, 그리고 두 번째 경기는 두 번째 경기 기대가 큽니다. 왜냐면 끝장전이기 때문이죠.
그렇죠. 사실상 그러니까 물론 앞으로의
I'll get more views if I claim it's
남아있긴
league.
하지만
I feel like maybe more people will click on, but they'll probably figure it out pretty quickly, right? They'll probably figure out pretty quickly this is not League of Legends.
승리하는 팀이 꼴찌 경쟁에서 벗어날 확률이 제일 높죠.
But yeah, sorry, the question was about uncoachable if we do it weekly. Probably not. I think this week, or after week 1, we had lots of good games to talk about, lots of things worth mentioning. I feel like sometimes, like this week, is maybe not going to be that interesting result-wise, so we might go back to maybe just like every other week. Maybe sometimes every week if like enough stuff happens, or like ramping up to playoffs and all of that. Maybe we'll do maybe we'll do like on playoffs we'll do every week, but in regular season we might just do every other week type thing. What's happened? All in over?
오늘은 바이올렛 선수가 있네요.
있어요.
드디어 도파민기 돌아왔거든요.
맞습니다.
네.
오늘은 그 힐파이 아닌 것 같아요.
드디어 알파이 선수도 본업으로 돌아가고 지금 반갑나 봐요. 네, 바이올렛 선수 들어온 게
Any pushovers? Yeah, but Craig, it might not be pushovers. You know, they've taken maps off teams. They've had a good showing yesterday. But you've got to factor in how good Crazy Raccoon are at pushing. You know,
이런 강한 의지가 엿보입니다.
그렇죠. 원조.
you know, you might not be a pushover,
어딜 넘보냐.
but there's probably some people strong enough to really push you over still. You
그리고
know.
이에 맞서는 팀 웨이가 등장합니다.
야, 자 웨이 같은 경우에도 이 두 팀의 매치업이 되게 재밌는 게
두 팀의 그 대진운이라고 해야 될까요? 정반대입니다. 웨이 같은
Alright, they're away.
경우에는 이제 지금까지 제타 디비전이 경기를 치렀던 팀들과의 경기가 이제 남아있어요.
맞아요. 현재 3승 1패 웨이입니다. 오늘 제타를 만약에 잡아내게 되면 기존
Hansen.
빅3 구도를 완전히 바꿔버릴 수 있어요.
Medium
그렇죠.
to low
실제로
enthusiasm.
진순이도
This.
웨이가 위에요.
But what can you do?
일단 뭐 밀가루 팬티 이 두 선수가 세트 수업을 통해서 뭐 메인 메타와 독창적인 메타를 보여주면서 타 팀과는 다른 매력을 보여주고 있는데 메타가 현재
Alright,
변했습니다.
confirmation that
이
one
상황에서
Violet
어떤
is
식으로
in
좀
and that
대응할지
Alpha
보도록
E
하겠고
and
먼저
4
제타
are in to
디비전
begin with. Now
라인업
Pelican
소개되고
actually had
있습니다. 바이올렛이
Pelican's performance
돌아왔습니다.
against
특히 지금 뒷라인이 주로 투
against
서브 힐러가 많이
Falcons last
나오는
week.
추세잖아요. 안
Super
그래도 제타
impressive.
디비전은 원래 그쪽으로 많이 사용을 했었는데
예.
if Bolton Talk was made to counter hazard, surely it's not too mirror. Yeah, I think you're probably right, sis, and I think we've seen teams start to lean into that a little bit more.
아무래도 메타가 메타인지라 밀가루
I think we've seen, even in EMEA, we saw a lot more Sojourn. In Korea, we've seen a lot more Venture. So I think actually, as they move away from this, we might see maybe more Cassidy as well. Definitely going to start keep seeing more Venture. It's really strong. And then maybe even Farah as well. Like, look to play it. Obviously needs no invitation, right?
일단 웨이 입장에서는 반가운 메타가 오긴 왔습니다.
Morning, Jake.
됐다.
예. 이렇게 생각할 수 있을 것 같아요.
맞죠?
자, 이렇게 웨이의 선발
A bit
라인업까지
high.
확인해봤고요. 양팀
Crank it down a
대표분들도
little bit more.
인터뷰 준비가 되어 있다고 합니다.
Yeah, it's a bit harder on this one because we're on the Korea feed. You need gambling on the YouTube side.
OWCS Korea Stage 1. 안녕하세요. 아나운서 이시훈입니다.
Look at Rascal. Looking into the mid-distance. Reconsidering his life choices. Why is he here right now? Why is he here today? Rascal having a real crisis of identity and purpose here. Alright, snap back into it, mate. Snap back in.
네, 라스칼 코치님 반갑습니다. 자, 그렇다면 웨이 팀도 만나보도록 할게요.
안녕하세요. 웨이에서 서브힐러를 맡고 있는 마카라고 합니다.
네, 마카 선수 반갑습니다.
There's the
먼저
champ.
현재까지의 대진을 살펴보면
He's got a ring.
제타 디비전의 경우에는 현재 OWCS
Not as many rings as Rascal, of course.
대진이 줄을 이뤘다면 웨이의 경우에는 크레이지 라쿤을 제외하고
Poor.
상대적으로 순위가 낮은 팀들과
Alright.
대진을 이어.
I've got actually. I was meant to make sausage sandwiches, but I didn't do it in the end. So I've got some emergency noodles.
팀들과의 대결이 이제 시작하는
get me through this.
대진이 될 것 같아요. 오늘의 경기
Might steal a
서로
few of those right now.
생각하는지 한번 들어볼게요.
이전 대전 상대와는 상관없이 좋은 모습을 보여줬어서 웨이 팀이 그래서 저희도 최선을 다해서
They're still really hot.
하겠습니다.
They're still really hot.
오, 이전의 모습과는 상관없이
Does he not sleep? No, he's just up all night playing table tennis all the time.
말씀을 들어봤는데요. 그렇다면 웨이 팀은 어떨까요?
저희도
Yeah, Maka was a player signed. I think he was signed halfway through season 6 in Overwatch League, so 2023. And then the main purpose of signing Maka was to try and sign a high talent youngster on the cheap and have him really come in and play mainly in season 7, which obviously didn't. Season 7 never happened, so he was technically available and on the bench for Florida Mayhem's season 6 win.
제가 또 궁금한 거는 이번 메타 제타에게는 어떤가요?
어떻게
Can we
보면
ramen noodles or tortilla chips and salsa?
메타픽으로 올라오고 있는데
I feel like I'm noodles in the morning build Viper, so maybe it depends what time it is for you. I'd say noodles in the morning. If you're in the evening, go chips.
노하우를 누구에게 특히 많이
I've got some Doritos actually downstairs. It's way too early to eat Doritos, but maybe I'll have those right. 2:12 a.m. That's Dorito time. That's Dorito time, I reckon.
자, 그렇다면 웨이
Or nacho time. Tortillas.
저희도
Whatever the brand. Other brands are available.
비주류 캐릭터를 좀 좋아하는 편이거든요. 그래서 좀 그 부분을 좀
What about 312? Yeah. Oh, I guess this is a question of when does night become morning?
저희 팀에는 또
When does night become morning?
또 밀가루가 있기 때문에
I feel like probably about 5 a.m. is the noodle switchover period.
오늘 팀원들 좀 신이 났겠네요.
가루가
Morning, Oren, mate. You're up bright and early on a weekend.
얼굴에서 사라지지가 않더라고요. 그래서 네.
10:12 p.m.
자제해 주시면 감사하겠습니다.
10:12 p.m. Yeah, PM is tortillas. AM is nachos. Oh, sorry, no. Nah, I'm just suggesting. PM tortillas, AM noodles. I think AM noodles. I think you got to go past lunchtime.
바이올렛 선수의 공백을 힐파이 선수가 잘 메워줬고 웨이의 경우도 선수들 각자의 자리에서 정말 열심히 해줬기 때문에.
Does someone with a tank have a team? Not as far as we know.
인터뷰 내용을 보니까 볼밴을 하면은 쉽게 이길 수 있을 것
No,
같아서
salsa,
너무
you'll be
긴장하지
alright. I mean,
말고,
sour cream is the
화이팅
best
했으면
dip with
좋겠습니다.
chips.
긴장하지
And,
말고 우리 화이팅
There's actually
해보자.
or
라고
cheese,
얘기가 나왔고요.
sour
그렇다면
cream or
웨이팀은
cheese, like a
어떨까요?
hot cheese dip.
저희가
Go far
저번
with that.
주차 경기 결과가 그렇게 썩 마음에 들지 않는 경기 결과였는데
Good for job interviews. What kind of are you getting like a real job, Oren, or is this just like a temp job while at school?
이번 주 조금 더 힘내서 좋은 결과로 만들어 보자라고 얘기가 나왔습니다. 자, 그렇다면
It's 5 a.m. here.
경기장 직접 와주시고 또 온라인으로
Always interesting at the start of Korea because I think actually at the start of this stream I get more Americans who are still awake than I do Europeans who are up early.
항상 응원해 주시고요. 저희도 열심히 하겠습니다.
오늘 어떤 메타가 와도 좋은 모습 보여드릴
Volunteer
테니까
thing?
많이 해주셔라
Okay.
얘기를 들어봤습니다.
That'd be decent.
그렇다면 웨이팀은 어떨까요?
오늘도 저희 웨이의 색을 또 제대로 보여드릴 수 있는
Went to sleep when NA started and now I woke up. I mean, to be fair,
과연 오늘 어떤
you went to sleep when NA started.
보도록 하겠습니다.
You only missed 2 hours of Overwatch last night.
첫 번째 경기
You didn't miss a lot.
보시죠.
Good on you, Salem. You know what they say about early birds and getting worms and all that.
도로 향합니다. 일단 양팀 대표분들의 또 이야기를 들어보니까 레킹볼 얘기가 좀 많습니다. 아무래도 밀가루 선수의 시그니처 픽이다 보니까 밀가루가 레킹볼만 들면 입가에 미소가 떠나질 않는다. 근데 라스칼 코치는 볼밴 기대하세요. 이런 얘기를 했거든요.
You would eat oats, but they're not ready yet. Well, might I recommend?
맞을 수밖에 없긴 하거든요.
Might I
그에
recommend
대한 대응이 필요할 것 같은 웨이고요.
SSG's oat sponsor?
인터뷰에서 플리즈 낫 레킹볼 밴 이런 얘기 나올 줄 몰랐는데.
Maybe I can get some free oats.
레킹볼 밴
Oats overnight? I'm actually clicking on the page right now.
이게 어느
This one we actually have an affiliate link.
1세트부터
A new SSG flavor coming. Space brownie.
지금 웨이가 상위권에 있다 보니까 선벤이 웨이 쪽에 있잖아요. 그럼 웨이가
Those are flavors.
먼저 탱커 벤쪽 카드를 건드려.
Is Violet back? Violet's back. Don't worry.
수도 있겠다.
He has been resurrected. It is Moth meta again after all.
다른 포지션으로 갈 수도 있겠는데.
Get some overnight oats.
과연
That's what I'd say.
벤 쪽으로 가느냐?
That's my
아니면은
unbiased
좀
opinion.
다른 쪽으로 생각을 하느냐 지켜봐야 될 것 같고요. 자, 양팀 경기 준비가 되고 있습니다.
아니면은 그냥 웨이가 디바를 잘라서 어차피 우리는 밀가루가 선발 로스터니 디바보다는 메인 탱커 쪽으로 기용을 할 것이다. 그렇기 때문에 까다로운
Super Bowl take. Well,
레킹볼 밴도
what you have to understand is
저였다면
my NFL team is the Eagles.
승부에서 83대 17.
So I've got to believe, right? I've got to believe that they will stop the Chiefs in their tracks this time. I reckon it'll be close, but you know, maybe Saquon Barkley, he's going to be the key, right? If he can get going, he can get going. I'm a believer. I'll probably try and watch it on Sunday after. I think I'll miss the start because the Overwatch will be on, but I'll hopefully I can catch it from the sort of second half onwards.
잼 써서 본인의 잼 써서 그러니까 재화예요, 잼이. 그 잼을 써서 승부 예측 참여하실 수 있는데 그 업 눌러도 잼 얻으실 수 있습니다.
그렇죠.
예, 구독도 많이 해주세요.
We might be. I can see it. I'm a believer.
올때 됐어요.
It's definitely not. I'm not going in expect. I'm going in hopeful, not expecting them to win. That's probably. I think that's probably really true for a lot of the people on the Eagle side of the
제타
fence.
승리 제발 저요. 오직 이날을 위해 지금까지 살아왔다. 제타 승리를
You'll
위해서.
see the Jets make a playoffs by the time I'm 25.
더 가지 이제부터 쌓아.
Unfortunately, Woods, many people have come and gone, and you might be waiting a while. Unfortunately,
메타가 변했습니다.
just eternally
뉴
cursed.
제타의 모습도 보여줘야 되고 웨이는
New meta, new Zeta.
그렇죠. 근데
Way will find a way.
원래 옛날에 리그 체제든 뭐 그 전에 뭐 다른 체제든 간에 메타가 돌아올 때마다 그 메타의 선두 주자는 라스칼이었어요.
아, 그렇죠.
You're 21 and have nothing to look forward to watching that team. It's gonna be. It's alright.
메타가 바뀌었을 때
Supporting a sports team
팀에게 전파를
is
하고
not a privilege.
도와주고
It's
내려오고
a
이걸
duty.
반복했던
You know,
그
it's a
선수가
duty.
있잖아요.
비주류의 신.
Cheers, Robo.
바티스트가 처음 나왔을 때
Surely the NFL power rankings. It's just 50-50, right? There's only 2 teams left.
좀 가물가물하긴 한데.
제가 기억하는 게 맞으면 바티스가 나온 다음에
Got better odds.
바티스트를 진짜 최정점 찍으로 기억하는데.
What score you got for Newcastle and
그 정도로
Liverpool?
그 비주류에 대한 그런
I don't know.
노하우를 얼마나 잘 팀원들한테 좀 전수했을지.
Maybe like I don't know. I want to say like
시메토르가 나오고 나서
like a 2-0 Newcastle. Sorry, 2-0 Liverpool.
아 근데 오늘 벤에 따라서 나올 수도 있어요.
맞아요.
아니면은 뭐 펠리칸 선수가 시메토를 할 수도 있는 거잖아요. 네.
근데 전국 겐지 협회는 왜 현메타를 찬성하죠?
고통받는 걸 좋아하시나요?
Newcastle win? I mean, it'd be good for Newcastle to win. And actually, you know, as a neutral, I'd probably prefer Newcastle to win.
셀프 어퍼컷을
Newcastle do always play well against the top teams as well, so
오늘 뭐 겐지가 나올지도 한번
there's a chance. I prefer Newcastle to win, but it really feels really hard to bet against Liverpool right now.
결국 그
I don't know about the next Canadian Prime Minister though.
힘이 느껴지진 않고 있죠.
네. 사실
You like the draft system? Yeah, I think the draft system's good for a closed league. But I think, especially in England, and I think this is true in a lot of European countries as well, and even like South America and other places where football's really popular, is the idea of an open system and a promotion relegation. I think has been like there's like a really strong connection to that. The idea that anyone can play, move themselves up the ranks. I think like that's like really for a lot of European sport, that's kind of really like quite deeply attached to the heart of it. I think there's merits to both systems. I think while the draft system does create an interesting level of parity, that's, you know, like it is, especially now like modern football, you can very much, you know, money speaks a lot in modern football, right? Whereas a lot of the stuff like the draft and the closed loop systems they have in North America actually do make that a little bit harder. And I think you can maybe make an argument that even actually the NFL do put out, especially the NFL, put out a really good product. And that's probably helped by the fact that they have a closed system and all the teams will sign. Essentially like a partnership program of sorts, you know? So I think there's advantages to both, but I think there is something nice about the football system being full top to bottom, you know, everything connected.
왼쪽 제타 보내주시는 분.
어머.
오. 환영합니다.
환영이에요.
예. 13일날 스포트라이트도 있는데.
맞아요. 시작한 지 70시간이 되셨는데 갑자기 대격변 패치가 또 예고가 되어 있고 재밌겠는데요?
그러면 여기서부터 이제 적응하시면 되는 거고. 더 재밌어질 겁니다.
American sports have too many ads. Yeah, I mean like when you go into watching an NFL game, you go in watching like it's a big experience. You know, you're gonna be there for like 3 or 4 hours.
밴이었는데도 불구하고 캐서디 밴을 먼저 했어요.
이렇게 되면
Alright. Cast ban from Way. So normally when we see a cast ban, we're really thinking trying to enable ball right now.
그러다 보니까 어차피 우리는 잘 쓰지 않는
I see you, Hemisphere. So we expect ball. They're trying to ban Ramatra. Potentially just trying to open up Diva for themselves a little bit more, or even just Hazard potentially.
왜냐면 디바가 일단 이론상 레킹볼을 카운터로 경쟁전에서 좀 많이 나오긴 하거든요.
예. 자, 그래서 캐서디와 라마트라가 각각 밴이 된 상태에서 1세트를 준비하게 되는
Violence back. Don't you worry.
제타 디비전과 웨이의 대결 어찌 보면은 중상위권.
You can't keep a good man down. It turns out you also can't keep Violet down.
그쵸. 제타 디비전은 앞서서 우리 힘든 경기 모두 치렀다. 여기서부터 이제 올라갈 때가 됐다. 이렇게 마음가짐을 먹고 있을 거예요.
Hold on, I've nearly finished these noodles, and then we can stop the ASMR section of the stream and start the casting. Oh. Alright, have I got everything up to date? Stream title's good, predictions are maybe been and gone already, they were opened because we took such a while to start, but that's fine. Hopefully everyone got their predictions in. We're ready for ZETA versus Way, and I'm actually I'm expecting this to be maybe closer than people think on paper. Maybe a cheeky upset. Gonna see a bit of Torb Sim out of ZETA Division. Junker Queen gonna be thrown in the mix right now. Way gonna start on Winston and Akiri, which maybe seems a bit of a hot take because this is a very small map, very difficult to get through the choke. But they're gonna try and make it work. It's gonna be Kiri Lucio on the side of ZETA Division here. So this comp maybe seems a little bit better suited to the map from ZETA Division, but TP now aggressively. They delete that Winston right now. All that damage just chews through Milgaro's health, and maybe expecting a ball swap after this.
Oh, nothing but respect actually for Milgaro rolling out on the Winston versus the team that does not have a Wrecking Ball player when the ball is not banned. Nothing but respect, to be perfectly honest. Do you understand these Cassidy bans? Have you got a feeling on that?
I think it's like a enable ball type situation. I think that's
You
right.
think that they feel the Cassidy is a ball counter, and that would make sense as to why they would then proceed to roll out on Winston and not even play the ball. But now they've swapped to it. Finn has had his Suzy Q forced, and he will go down to Milgaru, so ball is king in these situations. Really difficult to survive on the side. +1 advantage for Wei right now. Torb Sim just slowly stepping up to the plate. Flora's about to have that ultimate though.
About to have it ready to go. Ade's not too far behind on the Molten Core. Finn's got the Kitsune Rush as well, and Bernard's already low. He's having to take a step back right now, and there's a bit of separation here. Lucio Torb group, but Who Are You has kind of just wandered into the midst right now, has to TP backwards. Nano Boost comes out here onto the Torb. Ade is going to be looking to turn this one out. Takes down 2 with the Nano, absolutely deleting him. Sleep, so much damage, and his symbol is not protecting him at all. Just going to get shredded on this point, and Wei will keep hold of it.
Yeah, totally inadequate to sustain. Now Wei, they come into the next fight. Reasonable ults, you know, it's going to be really difficult for ZETA Division to step up this balled up comp versus Milgaru's Minefield. That could be trouble. Ade as well, come shot for the point. Saving Grace here. Oh my god, we're going to go really early with the Minefield. Actually will find a kill on Alpha Yi. Nearly gets himself traded out, but no, we've just delivered a bunch of support ultimate charge to Marco, so that's actually really good for Wei. I mean, I'm not sure how I feel about this for ZETA Division. This feels like a really difficult matchup for them to take right now. Ade going even deeper in the spawn with the cum shot. What are Wei doing? They're trying to get themselves traded out, wasting their ultimate so early. Now Violet pushes back with the beat, but there's actually a TP from Who Are You to get all of Wei back to the objective, minus Marco, who can't find it.
Can't find, unfortunately, and that's going to be a key kill going down. Symbol in response from Who Are You now to try and help them hold on to this point.
Well.
Turrets coming out. Oh, they flipped already. Milgaru's going to get focused down. And actually now Wei just need to trade or get out fast. Bit of a disaster hold there. It almost felt like it was just coming, you know, when they kept taking these ults earlier and earlier in spawn. It just felt like there was an impending disaster. And sure enough, there was.
Yeah, I mean, it did feel like Wei were asking for it, going so far in the spawn with no real reason, to be perfectly honest. Could have been bleeding the clock down, could have made that same fight happen a bit later on. But now Wei, they've made another swap. They've gone over to the Reinhardt. Milgaru just loves playing musical heroes. It's not about playing better, it's about playing different heroes, is my understanding. Milgaru pins in with a nano boost, gets a swing, does not get a kill though. We will have Flora TPing out. Cum shot comes out from Alfie. Wei, they got one last shot at this one. Lee Su-min's Kitsune Rush versus literally everything in the kitchen sink from ZETA Division.
Yeah, need a bit of a miracle play here, Wei, but there's the TP looking really aggressively into the backline. Makra's going to get deleted. No space for him to play on that one. And now should be straightforward. Cleanup Knife is going to connect from Burner. He is really good at this hero, if you haven't realised already. And this should be straightforward for ZETA Division in the end. He's going to find one trade. At least it's been another. But the Junker Queen still healthy on point. Rampage in hand. No chance now. And ZETA Division, they did, again, Flip was conceded, so there's maybe like a desperate touch here. Milgaru, I mean, maybe he has to go bull for this touch. Ah, they're going to be stabbing onto point versus Rampage, though.
Yeah, I mean, looks like he's actually sticking it, wants to save. Who is getting the touch? Nobody is getting the touch. Absolute genius from Wei. Not even bothering. Let's actually, maybe got a couple of Marble Rivals players in the room, and they thought that they get to save their ult charge for the next Goth point. It can happen to you. Could happen to anyone.
I mean, it can happen, right?
It can happen. That's my understanding.
Feels like the comp that Wei were trying to play there, just really hard on that map. An Anakiri backline on Icebreaker like that, and then the Winston as well. So maybe now their comp looks like they're going to play more of the same here. We're going to go over to Labs, I think, on this one, on sub-level as well. Their comp seems to have maybe a little bit more room to actually play. And Banara's actually going to go on to Diva on this one as well, maybe also trying to adapt to a slightly bigger map.
Yeah, I still feel like, you know, now that Burner's on the Diva, this double, well, it's like a partial double level map. I feel like the Diva has a lot of scope to carry the game here. Burner can shift onto a lot of squishies, get some kills. We saw this in Europe earlier today. Players like Funny Astro struggling to stand up to the pressure of a Ziyard on Diva, just able to catch kills. But it looks like the Skipper's actually gone down very early. Not sure if that's a boop off the map or a kill, just by, you know, the grace of God. But Milgaru, he's just rolling through everybody, finding kill after kill. The poke from Who Are You, Ade, Marker, getting people low, and then Milgaru is just there to finish the kills, apparently. Very dicey start for ZETA Division.
Yeah, just a couple of dinks, and Milgaru is going to be presented with some pretty easy opening picks. Nice early flip for Wei. And he's going to be at it again. Milgaru harassing this. Kiri now on the back. Finn is fighting. Milgaru struggling to connect any damage as ZETA Division will roll out coast here. Trying to get this retake. Runs into the Torb right now. Slam will come through. Overload used in response from Alfie, but he needs a lot of help. Does get the Suzu, does get the Matrix. Will survive for now. Milgaru is just going to set up and go again.
One last chance for Millie G here. Wei, they need to start touching the point though. ZETA Division, they've got a little bit of a bunker underneath. Burner catching a kill on Lee Sumin as well, getting a little bit too close to the sun. Kitsune Rush not available for either side. Thought I heard it, but I am schizo. And Wei, they are just going to concede that cap. Lee Sumin's death, a little bit too much to deal with.
Yeah, you saw them try and flip the map their way, go to the enemy's side to try and keep away, keep a bit of distance there for their backline. And Maka seemed to make that rotation no problem, but Lee Sumin stranded on the point all of a sudden there. A bit of a disaster for him, and a pretty cheap retake for Wei, all things considered. Now coming back into the ult fight game, ZETA Division getting really close to double support ult. Wei, on the other hand, probably going to have to go for a more step-by-step approach. Maybe try and force one of these support ults with the Nano or with the Mines once they get it up. And now they're trying to focus down Alfie on the flank, but he's close enough to Finn that they can just back this one right out. Trying to get a better foothold on the point, but they still have their ults to respond with here, ZETA.
Look, so many ults available to answer anything that Wei go for. Nano Boost has actually come out onto Milgaru, and he's found an early kill onto Alfie. Violet's beat comes a second too late. Now Violet appears to be pinned to the wall as well. So it's going to be really difficult for him to get out. Shades of Funny Astro in his play. Slam comes into the backline now. Milgaru catches it on Finn. Flora's taken down as well, and there's just come all over the point. There's come all over your shoes. ZETA Division, you've got to be careful. Ade's been traded out though, and Milgaru, he's actually very low in the back. So somehow, someway, ZETA Division appear to be clutching this one out. Lee Sumin throws down the Kitsune Rush, not ready to let go of it just yet. But now ZETA, their players are getting back. They've got ults to throw into this one. Looks like it's going to be a flop for Wei.
Symbol just counters everything out there, and the catch on Milgaru behind means all of a sudden they can all just play the same side of that wall, avoid a lot of this Symmetra damage, and get a full stabilization. Now ZETA Division, they are one fight away right now. They've got a Molten Core ready to drop on point. Milgaru is going to try and go through everything. Symbol in, Molten Core in response. Mines have been held onto right now, getting forced back into the corner right now is ZETA Division. They're just trying to disengage this one, I think. They will disengage it, but they concede the flip. Now they've got to worry about Mines. Here they come. Straight onto the back line. Nade as well. Good TP. Well, good TP saves the skip, but Violet can't get through it in time. He'll get finished off. And now they're looking for stagger kills here. Oh, what boom.
Look, now we've got Milgaru going all the way towards the spawn. Flora knocked up in the air as well. Nade comes out from Marker, does not land, but that's okay because there's another Nano Boost online, and Wei, they're going to camp whatever rotations ZETA Division can go for. Finn, he's got the Kitsune Rush. They might try and throw that down on the objective. Go for the same rotation where they get underneath, they start bunkering up, taking angles on either side, and then start muscling onto the point with the rush. But with the Nano Boost available, Counter Nano comes out onto Ade. It's not enough. Actually, just a Kitsune Rush right into the back. Marker and Ade both taken for a ride. Milgaru was not able to slam that rotation. And the Counter Nano, I mean, I thought it would have been fine, but apparently ZETA Division, they're happy to just blast right over it. They're back in control.
Yeah, full Matrix on that one as they all just pile damage into Aid right there. And Wei just seemed, we've seen him be quite quick on rotations in terms of getting Maka into a safe position where he can still influence the fight, but that time just a little bit slow. Milgaru is going to trigger the overtime right now, trying to get to those mines. Already half HP though, so now Aid is going to have to take over. Nearly at that Molten Core, going to have to use it basically as soon as he gets it, but Violet's got the beat ready to go. Will be clearing these turrets as they go forward. They take care of Aid again. Can't get up to that Molten Core. They're trying to flip a point right now, but player disadvantage. They're trying to clean up this sim. Violet boops him into danger. Mines on point right now. Suzu keeps all of ZETA Division safe, and they should be able to win this from here. Symbol just to make sure. Milgaru will be able to touch for a little bit longer, but no real way back into this. The ZETA Division take the first map.
Yeah, I mean, ZETA Division, it seemed like there were some ropey moments, a little bit difficult into the wrecking ball at times, but Burner getting a lot done on the Diva, and look, I mean, you got the King of Kovacs on Lucio as well, just, you know, cleaning up everything as they push in deep. So I think there might be like a slight skill difference in this lineup here. But you know, the Diva comp had some legs too, some deep pushes into the back line, and you know, not swapping off anything. Milgaru happy to stay the ball.
Yeah, it was interesting.
Wise Torp Sim being played, good heroes.
Kills everything. If you can play a hero that can kill that and everything, it's probably going to be pretty good in a lot of situations.
These heroes are really good at killing things, is my understanding.
It's the word on the street.
Straight to them talking.
And we've been listening.
We're good listeners.
We're good listeners. Just really two in-touch young gentlemen.
Genji vs Sakura. Did Genji drop a map here?
Nope. They got it was a little bit dicey on map 1, but it was
really close on map 1, yeah.
And then it was really not close after that.
I see.
You watching back EMEA?
Yeah, just skimming through. I think Twisted was like really throwing compositionally for like half of the series, and then the one time that they weren't throwing compositionally, like just like the Esperanza was just like, it's actually unbelievable how badly they were playing. Like,
yeah,
like Psycho's just getting like fully pre-fighted on Torb, like with every cooldown, just dead to nothing, and then Astro is actually amping into 5 players and killing himself, and then Astro is beating. Hattie gets one-shotted in that last fight, like just like absurdly bad play. Like the time where Hattie got one-shotted, I felt like the DPS were trolling again, where it's like, I keep seeing these scenes in that match where it's like actually just like 5 men, 1 angle, you know, like nobody is doing anything. They're actually just like hard 5 men.
Yeah.
It's so bad. Like Checkmate is literally like flanking behind them on Torb and giving them like insane flank shots. And
Checkmate played really, he played really well, but he was also never running into anyone, you know. It was just
yeah.
I want to take this flank.
I mean, Psycho looked fucking clueless, dude. Like he actually drops into their fucking Diva's face, pops his overload, and just starts pumping him like he's a Reaper. Like that's not how the hero works at all. Like
yeah, well, Psycho. I don't know if like it was actually any intention to play Psycho, or if it was just like an emergency swap essentially.
Yeah, it seemed like Quartz was the. I think it was an emergency swap for sure, because I thought that Quartz was the Torb and Yubi was playing Sim, but like the Torb Sim just wasn't working at all for them. But I think in that regard, like that was a swaps problem, you know, like that was actually like a huge swaps problem in the sense that like I thought Ram was fine into the Diva. Like really all they had to solve was the Diva, right? Like for the entire series.
Yeah.
But then on map 2, after they got shit on by a Diva, like they won playing Ram into Diva. And then they played ball, lost, and then they started mirroring Diva on map 1. Then map 2 starts, and they banned Sojin. They felt that the Sojin on the Koth was the problem, not the Diva. And then they wound up mirroring it again on map 2. Like,
is that Sarabasa, right?
Ram got banned out, right? But they had the first ban. So like they could have just banned Diva. The only map that they won in the whole series is the one where they banned Diva. And to be honest, I thought that like the Ram should be fine into the Diva, but it just didn't work for them by map 4.
I mean, it
was
felt like
Psycho had AIDS on Torb. I think they should have kept Yubi in and played to counter Diva.
Or just play like Sim Sojin or something, right? Like probably isn't actually feeling that bad.
Well, it's not like the Torb as a hero is even a problem, right? Like you can play your Sim Sojin or whatever, but it's just like, you know, they won with Yubi and when they didn't mirror Diva, right? Like, and when they didn't play Reiki Ball, it's like if you're struggling versus Diva, you can play Ram, you can ban Diva, you can play Sig. Like, you've got lots of options, and like all of them are synergistic with Sim. Like, all of them are synergistic with Yubi being in the lineup. But like, for the whole time Yubi was in the lineup, all their solvers were like, let's mirror the Diva, let's put Hardy on Diva, and it just seemed like really not the move at all.
Well, I think if you're looking at that and suddenly you've got a player who plays mostly Diva and you've got then Hattie mirroring that, right? Like it's just like you've got to maybe look at it and go, how have we ended up in this situation? Is this really
literally, it's like you've genuinely got like an Arab off tank player that is just classic. Like I'm going to play Diva and Sigma everywhere.
KSA light,
no, you've literally got budget KSA, and then you've got Hattie, and it's like starting on ball seems fairly reasonable. If ball stops working, if you're struggling into like the Diva and stuff, then just fucking swap to something that gives Diva trouble. Go Sigma, go Ram, go something like that. And then on map 2, like after they got pumped by the Diva, they banned Sojin and just went into the same matchup of like ball v Diva, struggled, mirrored Diva exactly as they did on map 1. Like, yeah, you lost.
I think as well, it just felt like Alcacia was so much just like a step ahead comp-wise as well, right? Like they whenever you get this, 2 teams are playing something, and then like it felt like Alcacia had a 1-up. You know what I mean? If they felt they started into a certain mirror.
I don't even think that's true though. Like I think that like compositionally, like I look at what Alcacia was playing, and it was just like, with the exception of Libdor and Sojin, like it's just the most blatant. We have no idea what's going on, so we're just gonna play heroes that we're good at situation that I've ever seen in my life. Like you say that they're ahead compositionally.
But you don't think so?
Like,
is it not
no
like
way.
this was the original? Was this not what we were talking about? When was it? I guess the day before yesterday. Now about like, is the Sim Torb really the best in the mirror, or is there some kind of like, does it just get a little bit pokey or a little bit slower? Is a Sojin an upgrade, or is like a, you know, we've seen a lot of Venture, a lot of like Lubta played a bit of Barra. Is that not like leaning towards a need to maybe slightly better heroes in the mirror type thing?
있어요.
Yeah, but like the reason that Lubda wound up playing the Pharah is because like the reason that Lubda played Pharah is no, it's because he's literally like the best Pharah in the world, and they banned out his Sojin. So like because they banned out the hero that he was on before, like he just started playing that. But like having the Saudi guy on Diva when the alternative is like Ball is like really unsurprising, I'd say. And having Landon on BAP, I mean like. If you think that putting Landon on BAP is an innovation in the meta, like you're delusional.
I'm not
like,
saying that. I was talking almost exclusively about the DPS here, right? Like,
oh, right. Like,
yeah.
I think that's fair enough. That's a.
Yeah, I didn't mean like the diva or anything. I just meant like DPS wise. We talked about like, is there like an upgrade here when it comes a bit slower? And it felt like actually Lubda was able to get through a lot of work.
Yeah.
And even like for little bits of venture, actually got through a lot of work as well. I mean, to be fair, Checkmate just did well on everything, but yeah.
Yeah. I mean, what was the?
일단 펠리칸 선수가 나와.
Were they basically just Torb Sojin the entire time, no sim? Like Torb Sojin Diva,
Yeah,
Torb
no
Sojin
sim.
Diva.
And then it was like it was Farah and Venture, I think. I don't remember if it was. I don't think it was all of Zaravasa, but at the start at least.
But like Torb Sojin for like a huge chunk of the series.
Yeah.
Yeah, like not necessarily sticking it out on the sim so much. And yeah, I mean, to be honest, it really did seem like when Psycho was in, Psycho had like no idea what he was doing on Torbjorn at all. Like actually no clue. And Funny Astro and Irony were both playing really badly on map 4. I think that like comp-wise, Twisted Minds is like equal or better than Alcad's on map 4, like on Esperanza. Like everything else is the same except Hattie's on Ram and Ziad's on Diva. Like that should be a really even matchup in my opinion. But like you watch the play and it's just like holy shit, we're actually gripping.
Is like, by the time they get in that situation though, I think there's like they're rattled essentially, you know, like they're already on the back foot massively. They're in a reverse sweep situation, so suddenly a little bit more tension, a little bit more nerves, and they're just not playing as well as they normally would.
The thing that was like really bad is the way they just like couldn't solve for Yubi at all. Like they couldn't solve like to enable Yubi was like the biggest problem, I'd say. Like they've got Yubi in the lineup and he's only playing Sim, and like their takeaway after map 1 wasn't like that we have a problem with our tank picks or anything like that. It was literally just like the Sojin's fucking us, let's take the Sojin out of the game. But I think like if your conclusion is like we can't deal with Lubda on Sojin, and then you put him in a position where he just winds up picking Pharah and fucking you that way instead. I don't know.
It's actually it's in the same way. It's a problem that SSG dealt with. You know, it's like when you have a tank player in who doesn't really want to swap Diva unless they absolutely have to. And then you enable the Pharah to like, or you bait the Pharah guy into going onto his best hero. You probably like there's some like backwards logic there, you know.
아 이거 흥미롭게 진행되는데요.
Today it's going to be. They played Peps today as well, and I feel like this is actually like a.
This is a boom situation.
It feels like make or break almost, you know. Like I know it's like.
I get it. I mean, they're down 0-2 and they just lost to Al fucking Cad.
Because one thing that is true is TM's schedule is going to get easier, right? They've not played Sakura, they've not played Vision, the teams that everyone is more or less expected to beat, right? And then we just get the other top 6 teams basically have 5 important games in regular season to determine their seeding. But right now,
Genji at the end or something?
I think no, they lost to Genji already.
VP, sorry, VP.
Oh, VP. Yeah, I think VP. They play VP. I can't remember if it's last day or last weekend, maybe.
But I'm mouse over this fucking thumbnail of Genji Sakura. The instant preview is just you holding up a bottle of slop to the camera.
Is that my mac and cheese?
I guess. I mean, it looks sharp.
Wait, do you want to see how much mac and cheese? Oh my god, I don't know. I was like, I'm gonna batch cook, right? Because Mrs. is away this weekend, so I was like, I'll have some proper meals just ready to go, you know? Absolutely ready to go. No problem. But I just made too much fucking mac and cheese. Look how much mac and cheese. This is meant to be for 3 days. Just like 3 meals, 3 dinners, you know?
Is this on stream right now? Do I need to be watching your stream?
Oh, I linked, DM'd you.
Okay. I'll check DMs for the mac and cheese.
check DMs for mac and cheese. I'll bring it up for chat as well, maybe out of respect.
양팀의 두 번째 세트 66번 국도로 들어왔습니다.
It's just like 12 portions of mac and cheese.
Macking Brownie?
해저드를 올려놓고 있는 베르나르 선수예요.
일단 조합을 보고 바꿀
I got more bits just to say, Anta, please pay your child support, father.
예.
I'm not a father.
아무래도 지금
Hello,
해저드인데
Emmy's toast.
강착도 신경 써야 되고
Let me look at your mac and cheese.
It's
Let's throw down, Anta. If we can throw down like that, I'm so down. I'm so down, horrid.
goal when I made this mac and cheese. Have dinner. Maybe, you know, maybe 4 days. Have a couple left over for Monday or something.
Oh, heavens.
Yeah, so, I mean, it's good. It's cheesy. It's macky.
Okay, looking at the bans right now, I think it is actually outrageous that Bernard is starting on Hazard. I think it is crazy that Bernard is starting on Hazard right now. I feel like Zeta Division are asking for it. I feel like people have solved the Hazard comp, and starting on Hazard without these Hazard fucking heroes being banned is crazy. Zeta Division actually looks clueless in the bans as well, because they banned Genji, a hero that literally nobody is playing anymore. So are you feeling what I'm feeling right now, or
yeah,
am I delusional?
I feel like the Zeta Division is just like, now who are you? Can't play Genji, a hero we had no intention of playing anyway. So
yeah, exactly. Like
it's,
it just feels so out of touch.
The Sim and Torb, as well as they're mainly to counter Hazard, but they actually make for Genji's life a nightmare as well. So Genji has fallen off very much at the same pace as Hazard. So I feel like this is going to be this is a litmus test of the theory now, like, in reality, because so many people just stopped playing Hazard, I don't think we've actually seen Hazard get fried. We've just heard reports of it, so this is maybe a fry the Hazard situation.
This could be a fry the Hazard situation. Pelican on the Torb over on the side, actually putting in heaps of work, but he's just going to get poked out by Peppy. So already, Wei have thrown out a nano boost onto Peps, and Peps is just advancing forward. I think it was almost a blip that Zeta Division were able to break that first hold so early on, because Peppy just got fried by the Skipper. The Skipper came in hot, went super deep, got some early pressure. We've got Lee Soo-min here on the Kiriko, just juicing from a side angle. They're doing so much work. Burner's traded aid, but at what cost? There's actually so much damage coming out from Wei. They have so much poke in their composition. And, I mean, look, I don't know how Zeta Division are going to turn this one. Maybe the rush fight could be good for them with the sim wall up, but really, I feel like this is a difficult comp. And I'm so surprised that when Zeta Division saw what Wei were on, they didn't just match these heroes. Like, it works so well for them.
Yeah, because obviously we have to question Bernard's hero pool a little bit. No option to go for Winston. He has played ball in the past, I think, way back in Overwatch League, but for now we're going to try and make it work with their symbol and Kitsune Rush just on point. Wei are going to respond with the Flux and a Kitsune Rush of their own. Don't seem to catch anything meaningful with this Flux, though. Now Downpour available for Bernard, ready to clean this one in. Peppy is a little bit separated on the high ground right now, and Wei are trying to stabilize, but they have to touch point. Violent with the beat to go forward. That's going to help them push and clean up the tank. And now we should be able to clean up the rest of these, and they do convert the ult fight there. And that's really where this comp should have strength for Zeta Division on those 2 support ults push timings. They convert that one there, but it did cost them 4.
Yeah, it cost them 4. Ade decided to hold on to the cum shot. Maybe they went down early. My attention is fried, but maybe Ade just went down early. Just a little bit slow building up those ultimates. Who Are You also didn't even have the sim wall at the time, so Zeta Division, they're really just able to muscle through it with an ultimate advantage. But now, again, this is where things start to get a little bit dicey for Zeta Division. They've got that downpour where Lee Soo-min has an answer. Who Are You can TP away from it as well. And with double DPS ultimate online for Wei, you'd have to imagine that they're going to start poking out Bernard. You can already see Lee Soo-min getting some poke in on Bernard. TP from Ade onto the objective, and the old fight starts. Simwall comes up, down goes Violet, down goes Flora, down goes Finnegan, and it's just, it's looking really tough for Zeta Division already. 1 ultimate and an instant retake. Burner wasn't even able to find a downpour timing.
No, they kind of just TP'd onto point. I think Peppy's Rock must have done like 1 billion damage as they just sort of TP'd in front of all of them there. And it was a nice, easy one for Wei to stabilize off this. Now they get to set up on the high ground, give themselves angles. Nice position for their Ana. Nice position for their Nano. Probably a chance this Nano is just used more defensively or something if anyone gets caught in that downpour. Biggest win for Zeta Division, though, as this Kitsune Rush push is coming. There is the downpour. TP out of it right now. They do catch Peppy. Net is that defensive Nano and just absolutely squashes Finn against the wall. That Kitsune Rush will not be coming out. And now, player advantage. They should be able to clean up these flanking players. Eyes on the Torb. Eyes on the Torb. We're going to get him. Rock's going to connect. There we go. Peppy slowly but surely cleaning everyone up. He's good for it again. We've seen him do things on this Sigma before. Needs to be careful right now. He's going to try and flux his way out of this problem. Will be able to get the kill onto Bernard with that one. They're still pushing him, though. They're coming forward. Nade catches Flora, though. They will slow down, and Wei are actually maybe making this more of a mess than they probably would have hoped for with how this fight started.
The fully talked skipper putting in work now. Peppy getting caught in that corner. Easy pickings if Flora can close that gap. If you can get walled in by the hazard. Just a little bit too dangerous from him. Peppy needed to play a little bit more range. Get a bit too big for his britches. Now we've got Flora pushing on. And again, ZETA Division, they actually have a really healthy ult push for this next fight. So Wei, difficult recontest ahead of them. They spent so many ultimates trying to counter out the downpour. And suddenly they're on the recontest with nothing at all. Wei, they've burst out this choke. Lee Soo-min has thrown down the Kitsune Rush. And Peppy with a rock kill onto Flora. But Burner's there to catch a kill. The re-push from ZETA looking like it is going to wipe the floor with Wei.
Similar timing to first point, right? They're able to get that double support ult timing as Maka is going to get finished off on point. Pelican after a quick nap. Hammer the body, and ZETA Division again win on this double support ult timing. And that's the problem for Wei right now. They never have an answer to that ult situation here. There's a few different ones here. Molten Core can probably help eat up some of that. Maybe even a defensive flux or a symbol. But Wei have never been able to quite find that ult trade timing. Now Lee Soo-min is going to go onto the Lucio now, just to try and maybe give them one, a defensive support ult, and maybe just an ability for Maka just to move away from this hazard when it comes in. But again, ult advantage for ZETA Division here.
ZETA, they've already got the ult advantage, and they've got a player advantage too, because Aid and Lee Soo-min have both run it down mid. So that's a really bad start for them. Needed to be a little bit more reactive, a little bit slower when they're on the Sigma composition, but they try to go fast and they get nothing for it at all. ZETA Division, they're on the advance as well, pushing in deep. Bernard, another counter has come out. We do see a downpour catching the Symmetra. Peppy though, he takes down Violet and Bernard. Massive sleep from Maka. And ZETA, that looked like an absolute freebie, but who are you? Simwar kept everybody healthy. The nano, the sleep, so much coming through by way of utility. And now we've got them on the full advance. Ade pushing towards the spawn and getting himself traded. But maybe Peppy can deliver one more kill onto Violet.
He seems to always be good for it now. ZETA Division coming back in with the Kitsune Rush. Maka is going to go Baptiste here, so struggling to live so far, but I feel like for Baptiste, I don't know if it solves the problem. And Wuyi's going to get caught early as well. Now, all of a sudden, Pelican has the flank. Peppy gets the Flux out. He has to get Lamp to get through that one. Flux will land. They get one kill out of it, but Peppy dies for it, though. Now, Pelican walking forward. Molten Core ready to go. But Aid has he just ready to go first. If they trade that kill, trades will favour defenders here. Wei can stabilise right now. They're trying to clear Finn out of his right-hand side. TP still available for Finn, so he'll be okay. ZETA Division, they fail on their Kitsune Rush timing this time.
I've seen it happen so many with these Torbjorns. A little bit, you know, excited, pushing up in main and then getting yourselves traded out, booped even deeper and taken down. Such a fine line you need to walk on Torbjorn between taking a side angle and running it down mid. Who Are You has made the swap over to the Venture as well. Didn't know he had this DLC hero unlocked. Looks like he barely does as he burrows under the ground without even using his drill. So already Who Are You showing his age, showing his lack of experience in the DLC. Beats exchanged on either side. The 7th man, that's the 6th man, soon to be taken out. Pelican hiding inside. Peppy, he's got a high ground position right now. They've got a little bit of time way before they need to start touching, and maybe Peppy can carry from top. No, he's on cart getting microwaved.
Has to drop to deal with that. They do eventually kill Finn, but now just fully talked on point. Should be easy pickings for Flora. Lee Soo-min's got one more right now, but no one else left. Just a turret left in the back. Unfortunate C9 there from a 6th man. And ZETA Division continue to look strong even on the hazard version of the matchup.
Yeah, I mean, it took them till overtime to cap it out, but cap it out they did. Final fight, just a 2 versus 2 in the cart where a fully talked Symmetra got it done in the end. I'm not sure about the Venture swap from Who Are You. I feel like I see the logic, but I didn't see the execution. Making that swap, but they're not actually going for anything aggressive, just playing in the back, burrowing underneath. Didn't really make much space for his team, didn't slow down the push turn of the Symmetra comp at all. And by the time beats had been exchanged, things were not looking too hot. You got to give it to the skip. He's actually doing God's work here on the Symmetra. Time and time again, when we get into these scrappy fights, Flora is being left unattended to, and he's just microwaving people to death.
Well, in theory, that's kind of part of the job you want the Venture to do with that swap, right? All of a sudden, Venture matches up quite well into the Torb, into the Sim, can fight them in a way a lot of DPS heroes can't always mid-fight. But it didn't feel like Who Are You did anything but essentially become a liability first picking once that swap came through. So back onto the sim right now. And it looks like they go for more of the same. ZETA Vision actually toying with a different start hero here, maybe going Ramatra, expecting, I mean, it's not maybe the greatest soul from them. Now Pepe's in the lineup, so maybe they're going to keep playing Sig.
Pepe in the lineup, keeping on with the Sig. Way have made a slight adjustment. They've decided that the Ana actually just going to be replaced with the Baptiste. A little bit more poke or Way's side. And given Finn is playing on the Kiriko, maybe he feels that the Ana nades, the sleeps, they're being cleansed a little bit too frequently. So instead they'll just go for even more of a counter hazard comp where they've just got more damage to deal with him. Right now, cart control, that's going to be easy for Way because they can just plonk Pepe on the cart. And as soon as Bernard comes up to contest, he's going to be dealing with all that poke, the double shotguns. Lots of damage for Burner to deal with. TP into the back as well. They actually open up the map straight away, and Burner is already less than half health.
They've left Aid on the floor though, and he's going to get focused down. ZETA Vision spot the weak link in the flip. The person who didn't get it. They have still got behind them here now, Way 4v5, but they have a chance to battle for this high ground. Rock will be blocked right now, doesn't connect. They're still trying to battle away. Huey's decently charged up. Pelican's trying to find a flank angle here, and they're struggling to clean up Way right now. Harassment right now from Who Are You. And ZETA, they can't find any more kills out of this. They actually lose Violet in all of this.
Oh, now we've got Who Are You actually just beaming in the back. Looks really ropey for ZETA Division. They're all grouped up. They're taking so much damage from so many different angles. Aid manages to survive this time around. And ZETA Division, they're on the recontest. Flora's going to be able to TP everyone back. There will be a recontest attempt here. But eyes on Marker. I mean, he's got that window. If they use TP to get their team back quickly, they're not going to be able to TP out for the rotation. Marker's just going to be playing high, shooting gallery behavior. Lee Subin closing as well on that Kitsune rush. Everyone bottom right now. Marker's going to have a good... Oh my god.
Oh, it's not a good window at all. They TP right through it, and Maka's just going to get run down as a result of that. They're trying to force the objective all the while Way, but Finn has got the Kitsune rush to match him there. And Way, they had a great opportunity, but it's just going to fall apart for him.
Yeah, I can't help but feel like Maka really should have been playing that back high ground a little bit further away, where you can flip towards the objective if you need, but gets people really far away from the cart. So if they get onto you, you can see cart. If they don't get onto you, if they don't get onto you, you can see cart. And if they get onto you, you can flip towards it, and Pepe can poke them a lot. But Maka's position meant that TPing on Maka was nothing but a free kill, and Pepe couldn't trade out, couldn't shoot. So a little bit of a missed position there from Maka, not ideal. Way coming into this next fight, they've got ults for it, but I mean, so do ZETA Division. TP up onto the high ground, symbol right away, and Flora will fall. Violet, he's not actually popped that beat yet. Mark has gone down, but the trades are favoring ZETA Division right now. It's just Pepe versus the world with this Gravitic Flux. Violet's actually going to beat that Flux, and then Bernard is going to kill Pepe with the horn instead of staggering him.
I feel like as that one, you should have just taken it, Violet. Keep hold of that beat. I mean, it was heavy ult investment from both teams, so the ult situation doesn't look that unreasonable for ZETA Division, a Symbol versus Molten Core in the end. But felt like they had that one in the bag. Now ZETA Division, a chance onto the high ground again. Who he was going to make this venture swap. Minimal impact on the defense, but they are out of time on the attack, so need something from Who Are You in this one. These 2 minutes going to move on to that right-hand side, try and find a timing to go as the venture makes their way underneath. Pepe just trying to soften them up on the low ground as Burner will be diving in, but that turret and Aid are just going to focus him down. And there we go. Who Are You makes the play, takes down Violet before the fight. Now they can start forcing a point with this Molten Core. Aid's going to go for it now under a lot of pressure. He doesn't get to finish coming. Now he's going to get focused down. But again, trade is good right now. Pepe's still trying to clean up right now, but he's got to deal with everything. And Maka is getting zoned pretty hard by Burner now. And that is going to be a tough situation. Heals coming in, but the hammer damage, it goes through. Pelican is still hammering the body. He'll take down Maka as well. And ZETA Division, cruise control.
Brutal for Way. Every time it seems like they find an opening, they get these early picks. Somebody makes a misstep, gets traded out, and Burner, I mean, he's on top of so many different players. Who Are You? He's got the touch here. He's borrowed onto the cart. There's going to be a series of touches here. Oh, at least Sumin actually has to run in for the touch. Might have to give his life for him. And everyone is just dead from the side of Way. So what I thought was going to be a Way sweep on this map has actually turned into a full push, full hold situation. Maybe the death of the hazard meta was greatly exaggerated. Or maybe ZETA Division is just a little bit better than Way. Who knows?
You know, there's a situation, you know, sometimes you can play the right heroes or potentially the counter comp. But
네.
if I was to try and play the correct heroes against, say, Crazy Raccoon, it might not feel like as much of a counter as maybe it does on paper.
그러니까 이건 리플레이
Yeah,
Not to compare
Yeah.
weighing myself as a similar level of skill here, but
의해서 스킬이
Theory will only take you so far.
exactly, right?
Unfortunately.
그러다 보니까 이후에
Yeah.
난전에서 견딜 만한 스킬이 없었던
Your
걸로
points are safe. That's
보였고요.
good.
그러니까
That's
제타가
good.
가장 잘하는 거.
And it's a little bit rough now as well, right? Because that, in theory,
네.
that was the big play, right? Ha, you can't play Diva, we can get like some kind of tank advantage in all of this. Maybe Route 66 was a bit of a weird map to pick compared to a Havana or something, maybe if you wanted to play with Sigma.
I think if they went to Havana, they would have just wound up in like a definite Sigma mirror, like Sigma double flex mirror, which really doesn't actually favor the team with the Sigma player at all. You know, they kept it in the middle here, kind of baited Bernard into continuing to play that hero. So like, I think they got as good of a situation as they could possibly have asked for. It just didn't work out for them. You're the less cool father between you and CommanderX. Thank you.
I mean, but to be fair, like watching some of these highlights back now as well, they actually blew so many decent situations as well, in terms of good hold opportunities, in terms of like advantage situations on that first point attack as well.
I don't know until why is Torb meta. It's good.
He's really short, so loads of the bullets go over his head.
Well, that's good theory, actually. I like that. Yeah, I like that. No, Aid. What are you doing, Aid? Oh my god.
That was
Holy shit, Call you actually got packed up by Pelly.
Maybe we were too harsh on who are you not getting picked in his last fight for defense there.
And Pelly's actually so like ridiculously good at Torb, dude. This guy's got more hours than Torb than like anyone else in these tournaments by like a huge margin.
Yeah, that was.
You know, like in 21. Holy shit! Like
He's
every
just-
time they're on his pub, he's actually just fucking farming, dude.
Just a highlight reel every clip.
Yeah, he's actually ridiculous at this hero. Like, yeah, he's got so much time on it though. Oh my god.
I feel like the Sigma is also, it's decent into the Sim Torb, but there's a certain point mid-fight where it just becomes absolutely fucking useless into the Sim Torb. Like, if a Sim gets Beam, all of a sudden it's just, actually the Sigma doesn't get to exist anymore, like, it becomes super squishy super quickly.
Yeah, it's like a real, you need to shut down the Sig. I mean, you need to shut down the enemy Sim.
Yeah.
Yeah, might have been why Who Are You wound up on the Venture a couple of times as well, because like you can kind of one-tap the Sim on the Venture sometimes.
At least
and,
make
like,
her play a
Sim's
bit further back, right, at the very least, you know, or make her feel like more scared about committing into these positions.
Yeah.
Alright, I'm grabbing a drink.
Alright. He's grabbing a drink. I'll keep watching Europe. I think that's where we were at last time. He said that it wasn't close in the next 2 months. Echo ban? Sigma ban? Maybe the Sigma ban is just to protect and they want to play into Hazard because they think, you know, Volkov's Sim has a counter. Feels kind of reasonable, to be honest. I fucked with the vision there. Didn't think it was a particularly good format, but I guess it's not mining. Wait, no, it's a second ban Sig. Was Hitori winning on map 1 on Sig? They were, right? Yeah, that's why. That's actually why they did it. Almost. Okay, they banned Sig because on map 1 they were winning on Sig. And Sig was giving them trouble. But yeah, they are playing a Hazard counter comp. Echo ban seems a little crazy. Like, I know Top Dragon is good at Echo and all, but like, Top Dragon just played Torb and May, and yeah, just didn't touch Echo once on map 1. Visibly not playing it. Thanks for the bit. Exclamation mark play. Cross theory.
스코이 내용으로
That's a
제타
cross
챔피언이
theory.
매치 포인트를 먼저 만들어 놨습니다. 퍼펙트한
let's get on the
느낌을
map three.
계속해서 주고 있습니다.
Whoa, this one was quick.
네.
확실히 좀 이런
We're on map 3. Sakura got first ban again. They banned Venture. I feel like these bans are actually very reasonable.
보이는
I
것
have no
같아요.
idea why these guys banned BAP. Were they
세
playing
번째
BAP
세트는
at some point? At any
수아바스로
point?
향합니다. 플래시
I don't-
포인트 전장이 선택이
I did not
됐습니다.
recognize a single
플레이가
BAP.
시작됐고요.
I feel like when they know they're winning, they just start like stacking their bans. Like it's not a protect because it's the second ban.
이런 쪽보다는 플래시 포인트, 밀기, 쟁탈 좀
Yeah, I don't
이런
know.
류의 전장에서 강세였거든요.
예.
그러다 보니까
Let's see the starting
좀
comps.
이대로 질 수 없다. 본인들의 필살기 전장을 꺼내 온 거죠. 이렇게 되면 자연스럽게 뱀픽도
Oh my god, are they doing it?
탱커
Just
수비배
all top sim
쪽으로도 생각을 안 할 수
just
없을 것
the
같아요.
usual, basically.
일단 현재까지 제타가 뭐 수비도
All top sim
좋지만
versus sim
이번
sing top
메타에서
sim.
굉장히 공격적인 모습을 잘
Instant
보여주고
death for
있거든요.
top dragon and
그러니까
instant
제타도
swap to
확실히
sombra for top dragon.
상대가 저런 조합을 들고 나왔으니까
Sombra can make life a little bit difficult
뭐하러
for
싸움 하냐
Sigma.
들어가자.
So that kind of makes
움직임
sense.
자체가 되게
You can set up some dives in this comp while their backline is squishy. Even though Torb can kind of give you a little bit of grief, but you can give a lot of grief to the Sigma, I think.
그래서 딜러 쪽은 이제 알파이 플로라로 다시 구성이 된 제타 디비전이 되겠고요.
These DPS picks are all just so rogue, dude. It's like every hero that nobody ever plays, and they're all actually good.
측에서도 할 수도 있을 것 같다.
At what point would Chris Theory become Chris Law?
네.
In his head, it already is Chris Law, is my understanding.
쪽에서도 교체가 좀 있었던 걸로
Drops of
봤는데 다시 한번
Serenity.
그
Torb Echo, cover the map in 4 Torbs worth of comp.
쉬는 시간에
you gotta sense the comp with the 4. I love that.
선수 대신에
Um,
지금 현재
okay, and
메타에
then there's like just
대해서
nothing
여러
more to
가지
see.
의견들이
Just
채팅창에서
getting
나오고
clapped out.
있거든요.
China
이거
went
지금
Tracer.
파회가 안 되는
And
거야.
Tracer swap is a little like little
생각하는지
dice.
모르겠다 선수들이 뭐 여러 가지 이야기들이
Like
많이
maybe
나오고
match the Sombra swap
그렇죠.
low
이게
key.
파라, 에코 아무래도 시메트라 토르비온이 팔이 짧다 보니까 그렇다면 완전
So what made Sauna go?
완전
Nothing made Sauna go surgeon, dude. They're 123 meters up.
이론상으로는 저도 가능성은 있다라고 생각이
Like actually
드는데
nothing made him do
이게
that.
그런 것 같아요.
He's actually just doing it for
아무래도
fun.
이 조합을 파괴를
Top Dragons and Genji as well. Like they're actually just they're just picking heroes for fun. Genji's open now because like the sim is gone or something.
실제로
Like
대회 때 그런 선택을
so
많이
Top's
하기도
gone
했어요.
mad, but like
해요.
I feel like they're actually just they're just playing for fun.
오세요.
Like Genji's swaps on map 3. Like what can you even read into this? Like,
아이고. 아,
I feel like they're just picking heroes for a
아
laugh.
부부세요. 와.
I think they realised they had the series at that point.
아내가 있어서
Yeah,
게임
they're actually
좋아하는
just taking
아내가
the
있어서
piss.
행복하다고. 이게 진짜 중요해요.
What's the answer theory? There is
왜
none.
이렇게 진심이신 것 같죠?
아, 저는 진심이거든요. 왜냐면 저도 사실
네,
이게
네, 네.
취미가 맞아서 이게 예,
Actually, just like every Mickey Mouse hero under the sun, dude,
취미가
it's actually
안 맞으면
fucking
힘들더라고요.
crazy.
이게 게임 좋아하시는 분들은 그 로망 같은 거 하나
And like
있잖아요.
nobody ever bans supports in any of these matchups, you know? Like all of the support bans seem like incredibly irrelevant all the time. Like
맞추고
맞아요.
Genji
그런
literally
하나씩
has
있었잖아요.
banned
전 실제로 그렇게 했어요.
Baptiste on map 3.
그러니까 결혼까지 했죠.
Like zero BAP shown from Sakura, but like
취미가 맞아야
they just want to keep their DPS swaps like open and flexible the entire time. And they already banned Sigma, which is like the only hero that they struggled against. So like they just banned BAP.
선택이 되는 걸 보면 제타 쪽에서도 66번 국도는 좀
Insane.
당황했을 수도 있어요. 어?
So insane.
66국도? 이거 좀 생소한데 뭔가 있나?
뭔가 준비가 됐나 보다.
근데 완막을 해냈잖아요.
근데 뭐 전장은
Banning Kira and Cerebus was worse
같긴 하지만 조합 자체는 사실
because
웨이가
that meant that we
기존에
didn't have an
하던
answer
거에
for the EMP
틀린
Terrasurge
조합은
turns.
아니었거든요.
예.
Would have been better to keep Kiri available. Maybe we would have swapped Kiri and had a better answer for the EMP turns.
This is your game against Amplify.
Yeah,
격한
yeah.
멘트가 좀 써져 있는데.
네.
But like, to be honest, I don't really know why we played Brig.
전화
Like,
걸면 어떡해?
the Brig sort of just
야!
like there was just no reason to start on Brig. Like Lucio wasn't banned, and we would have had an answer to those turns
언제 전화
with a beat.
거냐고. 언제 전화
But
거냐고.
and we wound up on Lucio eventually.
빠져
But
사시는
like,
분이에요.
살짝
I don't know
그런 거
why we
있잖아요.
started on
그
Brig.
유명한
Oh, yeah, I think it was
짤이라고
maybe we were
I think
expecting like
maybe
one
we were
EMT.
expecting-
오늘은 뭐예요?
It was all
나
like
Yeah.
complete. It was all
내일은
like big
뭐예요?
fight
나
win.
오버워치. 내일은 뭐예요?
Yeah.
오버워치 경기.
It's like-
누나 프로
Did I ban Naga on that map? I don't think so. I think we might have been expecting Naga at the
그런
start.
느낌으로.
Like we were on Queen at the start, so we must have been expecting Nagas.
Yeah, I
And
think so.
Kiri.
장지수가 자꾸 생각이 나죠.
Yeah, so like
오해.
I guess we were just expecting Naga, but like we fucked them so hard when they played Naga that on the next map they were like, just play Rissa or something.
이렇게만 와가지고 약간 그런 느낌.
공대장이세요? 약간 이런 느낌. 실제로 공대장
But yeah, I think like
하고 계시지
the
않나요?
I'm not actually
Yeah.
too sure that we ever would have played Kiri if we were playing Lucio, but like we wound up on Juno Brig for like 2 points,
전화하면은
and that's really bad into
헬스장이요.
both an EMP and Surge.
그래서
Where are my
딱
marbles?
보시면
No marbles today,
리뷰
Cat.
때문에 잘 안 보이실 수 있는데
Ooh.
창식해서 지금 완전 해창식이 돼가지고 지금
그렇게 말하시면
광배가
Did you not get the message from the Golden Goose?
왜요?
저 아직 얼마 안
Dude, country people work so late. It's actually fucking crazy. It's 8 o'clock at night
그런
and this guy's
단단한
filming the
모습을
water
웨이가
tank.
보여줘야
Like,
될
what?
텐데.
그렇죠.
Farm life, mate. Farm life.
What the fuck, bro? Like, when does this guy get home to his wife? Like, it's fucking 8 p.m. on a Saturday, bro.
이거 몰라요?
No wonder fucking farmers are so unhappy, dude.
어쨌든 좀 있는데.
Actually ridiculous. Like, this guy really texts me 8:03. Hi Max, I'm just filling up your water tank. Cheers.
한국 애니메이션 있잖아요.
Wait, he didn't like.
약간 그런 거
This wasn't like a
아닌가요?
scheduled job. He's just at it.
I mean, he said he'd do it on Saturday. Like,
Well,
I didn't think it would be
yeah,
8
8:03 was
I
the
didn't
time
think
then.
it'd be 8 p.m. on Saturday. Yeah, like,
이긴다면.
cycling.
이긴다면이죠.
Or
어,
husband.
보여준 폼은-
Yeah.
어.
I
그러면은
guess the water tank man could be going home to his husband for Norris. Thanks for keeping me in check on that one.
예.
Although my understanding of homosexuals that live in rural Australia is that they are all deeply in the closet.
튕겨내기, 방울, 키네틱 소나기, 방력.
I believe they're all mostly at home playing marbles at this
이게
time of
막
night.
되게 많아요. 예.
Yeah, actually, I mean, if there was any, yeah, no, there's actually like at least a 60% chance that homosexual is actually a rural Australian.
채팅창에
Cycling.
바프 포카 기본
But no, actually no, homosexual is not a rural Australian. They're Austrian.
무슨 말도 안 되는 이게.
Close.
괜찮은
Yeah,
것 같은데.
close. I can get it down to the town
무슨
actually.
말씀하시는 거예요 지금?
Ooh.
바프
Yeah.
포카. 아니 얼마나 유니크해요.
그걸 누가 원해요?
Can you speak from experience? Yeah, as a closeted gay man with ties to rural Australia, I can speak to this.
You know what they say in rural Australia? Big closets.
바프 포카 어때요?
Big closets, huge closets. There's so much land, so like we can.
아 다들 왜 이러세요?
You're actually missing out if you don't have a walk-in closet in rural Australia.
아 요즘에 또 POTM 쪽에 얘기가 많네요. POTM 오세진 주면 정말 좋겠네. 여기 또 후아유 선수 세체가 저게 사실 후아유 선수는 현재 메타가 많이 좀 비울 것 같은데요.
그렇죠. 메타가 밉네요. 펄류 선수 입장에서는.
왜냐면은 그 전까지는 본인이
나 겐지 소전 메타에서
내가 근본입니다.
내가 2대5 하겠다. 우딜 새파랗게 우리 하급 닌자들이 우딜
How hard is it to save a flock of horses from inside a closet? Cows you're thinking of, Tom. You're confusing.
Yeah,
What
don't
have you?
get your animals mixed.
Yeah.
일리알이 버프 좀 해주세요.
You can tell this guy doesn't work anywhere rural.
일리알이 버프에 대해서 어떻게 생각하세요?
일리알이요?
예.
I don't know nothing about working either, so that's fair enough.
하죠.
I mean, mate, somebody has to call those people to do the work.
그럼 어느 뭐 세밀하게
Exactly.
레킹볼.
Hunter, did your cows develop this meta when they were taking a piss?
이번 세트에서 나왔습니다.
Hunter, how long is the scrim? 2 hours.
벤 카드를 그렇게 크게 신경을 쓰고 있지 않다라는 게 좀 느껴지네요. 우린 뭐 레킹볼 아니더라도 할 조합 많고 오히려 템포로 밀고 들어오는 상대 제타 디비전의 루시우가 너무
Have Wei dropped the ball here by not
비트 너무 빨리
protecting
차더라.
tank?
벤.
어찌 보면 각각 밀가루와 바이올렛 저격 밴이라고 할
I mean, like, why would you ever ban Lucio? I feel like the support bans are actually like pretty Mickey Mouse right now, like really low impact.
말씀해주신 대로 웨이의 루시우 밴 같은 경우는 제타 디비전의 속도 자체를 좀
But maybe like, maybe they're gonna ban Lucio and then they're gonna play Sigma and like the enemy team is gonna be like even slower. But I don't know. I feel like Brig matches up like quite well into Sigma. No? Oh wait, no, they're not playing Sigma. They have Milgaru. What the fuck? No, yeah, they've definitely. Yeah, they've absolutely dropped the ball. They've
Because I
absolutely
thought,
dropped the ball.
Suravasa go ball seems pretty reasonable, right? Like,
No, they've absolutely dropped the ball. They just put their wrecking ball player in and then didn't protect ball. Okay, that's crazy. What the fuck is Milgaru gonna do? He's gonna roll out on Hazard and get his fucking shit pushed in. He's picking Hog and Spawn. He already knows the coach trolled his draft. Like,
this one is actually unfortunately. You know, some people will say if you say it's lost at the loading screen, you have a bad mentality.
oh my god, he's actually rolling out on Hazard. It's just so over, dude.
Hazard
It's actually
Genji.
started.
Oh god. Oh, they've actually just Wei are rolling back for years to the distant meta of Monday.
Yeah, no, we're actually just living in the past right now as Zeta Division roll out on a new era comp and Wei roll out on a please defeat us comp. Judgmental boomed, it's GG, literally.
Viper from chat was asking, should I sleep for once or tough it out? Honestly, might be a sleep angle on this one. This might be a quick finish here for Wei on this one. Gonna be an Anakiri from both sides. Trying to get a bit of an angle here for the Genji. Deflect used to absorb a lot of that. He's going to dash in. He's been shredded.
Oh, who are you trying to trade though? Little dash in angle manages to secure a kill on Finn. Actually,
oh wait, two?
Oh, who are you with another one? No supports online for ZETA now, so they may have tank on the point, but they do not have any healing. That means that Wei might be able to edge their way back into this one. They're going to give up the cap early on. Burn has gone deep to go for a crucial trade. He's secured the trade with Alfie as well. Oh my god, the skip. He's everywhere. It's cooked. It's so cooked.
Wait.
Nilgari got two. You got Burner and Alpha Yi.
It's uncooked. Put it back in the oven right now because Wei are coming for this retake. Gonna clear Nilgari for now, but ZETA Division, it's gonna be hard for them to hold space here in a second. They need to try and buy a bit of time here. As soon as Wei are back to full strength, they can start walking on point. Maybe the saving grace here is Flora's actually going to have a symbol in this. Full beam for a lot in that fight. Fully charged up already. Looking for their chance to engage right now. Dash will come in. TP force out Finn. Susie now force as well. Defensive nade is good. And just seems to be no follow-up. Who are you just in there by himself trying to do it all alone? It ends up being an easy peel for the ZETA in the end.
Oh, thanks for the follow, Gate Hunter. Alright, Marco catching a kill onto Flora here. Maybe, just maybe, this is their chance. But Marco, I mean, he can't even see. He doesn't even have a viable nano target right now. He's actually just getting marked completely. Oh no, a nano target just spawned in and Alpha Yi despawned. Blink and you will miss it. Another one for Nilgari now. Oh my god, aim, kid. Alright, takes down Violet as well, so that's 2 for Wei. They've actually gotten a pretty easy recontest here. And ZETA, I mean, they invested the nano boost somewhere in there, but I did not clock. Oh, respect. Did not clock where that nano was actually invested.
웨이가 거점을 뺏어냈습니다.
Yeah, I just think we're out. Was it an attempt to save? I don't know, actually.
Probably a counter nano that failed.
Yeah.
It's probably, they probably tried to counter nano and it didn't happen.
Taking a little bit of a step forward now, Wei trying to fight outside, make it hard for ZETA Division to get meaningful space. Maka's actually in the back rooms here, hiding for a nade opportunity. He is out of sight right now. Are we going to realize? I think Violet maybe saw, but the nade's going to connect anyway. One shot onto Flora, no chance to use that symbol. Blade was invested from Huayu as well. It's just a 1-for-1 trade out of that ult investment there from Wei. So they're going to have to back up towards point right now. 4v4 situation.
4v4 situation, but it's actually going to be so difficult for them to hold on because if you look at the ultimates that ZETA Division have, the Symbol and the Torbjorn ult are both great point controlling ultis. Lee Soo-min has invested the Kitsune Rush off the objective. Now you see Peli and Flora, or Alfie and Flora rather, they've invested both of their ultimates on the objective. The problem, the players of their team are not on the objective, so Alfie and Violet have both gone down. No flip conceded. Burner's found a kill on Huayu, but still a one-player advantage for Wei. This ult fight has gone so wrong for ZETA. Alfie is coming back on the Tracer. Not sure if he feels countered or if he just wants to be back fast, but Wei, they've stolen this point.
Bomber's going to be invested by Burner here. He thinks he can get back, thinks he can clutch, thinks he can get back into mech, but he's wrong.
Just let it go.
Milgara would take that one down. Violet's going to miss another sleep onto this Hazard diving in, and Milgara's going to block his way out of that one. That's going to be first point for Wei.
God, it really looked like Wei didn't stand a damn chance with the ultimates that ZETA Division had for that recontest, but they couldn't even get their bodies on the point. They didn't TP on, and it was just like a scrappy recontest where Wei was picking isolated members of the team off one by one. So really sloppy from ZETA Division, and Wei, they've really capitalized on that. Now they've got the nano boost again, which is so powerful in the hands of Nilgara. He's received it, he's giving some backshots to Bernie. It appears that Violet has snuck out with the TP, the skipper coming alive with the teleporter. And that's a bit of a wasted nano boost. Now Violet's got his own nano online. Let's see if he can actually get it off this time.
Gonna go on to Bernard right now, trying to find opportunities, but everyone's just disappeared. He's got nowhere to shoot. Finds a Hazard eventually, but not the ideal target, and it's gonna be an absolute scrap right now. Lots of trades going either way. Nano got nothing done, but Alfie got everything done. 1 HP. Aid is on high ground right now, but it's a 1v2 situation for Aid right now, so we can't really contest this point.
I think Aid stood on the point and capped it before shifting up onto this high ground. Now Aid, he's looking for a kill on Pelican or Alfie. For God's God's sake, I can't see the Torb in the server and not think that it's Pelican. It's ridiculous. Like, why do they alternate these two guys on every hero? Alfie, the Flashpoint player. Now, Alfie's got a good angle on the objective. Lee Soo-min just juking it out as well. Will be shifted on. Now there's a Kitsune rush on the objective. Way they want that recontest. Milgaru comes in with the downpour, catches Violet, typical. And who are you? He's just buying time trying to play his life over on the coast. Will not survive, but it's not going to matter because Way, they're ahead in this fight once again. They're going to get this flip.
Maybe even some late kills from here. They're just trying to die on point as long as possible. Recontest comes in from Benar, but all just about time on the point. Recapture percentage will be going down, will be taken off. After this, Pin's going to die as well, and Way will get the flip right now. And not really the worst there. Downpour got good value, Kitsune Rush for a retake, but now Zeta Vision, they have all these ults again. The Ray, the Symbol, the Molten Core, all coming up. Incredible ults to fight on point as long as they can get there this time. Oh, sleep. I think Violet caught Lee Soo-min,
Yeah, Lee Soo-min will fall early on. So that's the opening that Zeta need if they want to get a little +1 advantage. I mean, we love a donation. We love a free retake. We love free retakes in this household. Milgaru taking a bit of damage up in main. Oh, and Mackey's not able to charge up that nano boost. So, I mean, there's just no hope at all for Way now. They're going to have to play for last. But Zeta Division 5 ultis for the final fight. Tough.
Might actually been a saving grace that Maki didn't quite have nano, because he was looking at Who Are You like they wanted to nano blade in that 3v5, which would have been a real sort of real big clutch we're asking of Who Are You in this situation. Instead, they come back with a nano blade retake for Zeta Vision. 5 ults on the point right now. A lot of weight on Who Are You's shoulders to get everything done with this. And there it is, nano blade and overclock invested. Who Are You trying to slice through something? The Ray is out. Lots of damage. The Ray's kept most of them safe, not kept Flora safe. They've lost mech as well. 1-for-1 trade out of all this. Zeta Division have thrown everything onto the point. They still have nano, but they've lost Finn right now. Still trying to keep themselves alive. Another nade onto the hazard right now as Alfie and Benar try to clear that one. They have the nano if they get in trouble. Aid is just going to slide into this Torb right now. Gets the kill with the help of Milgaru.
No way.
Sleep from Violet. Mac is going to get one. Nade onto it as well, and Violet's just going to punch Milgaru in the face. Who Are You is back right now, but it's a 1v3 situation. Doesn't even get onto a point in time. And Zeta Division get away with it.
I mean, they get away with it, but they pay 4 ultimates. There's a heavy price that was paid. We're seeing more swaps coming out from Way now. Aids over to the Sombra, just throwing anything at the wall and seeing if it sticks. Milgaru's got the downpour. That was good last time. Caught out Violet. Let's see if he can make that magic happen again. 1-1 scoreline right now. And honestly, Way, I mean, it's not the end of the world. Losing that point, they managed to bleed heaps out of Zeta Division. Aid getting spy checked by Alfie and nearly gets his head blown clean off. Head-to-head fight with a Torbjorn, not where you want to be. Zeta Division absolutely going to start contesting this point, though, as they've got the nano boost online. Maybe they're going to try and force out the Sombra early on. Aid forced the TC back.
TP's going to take the backline now. Violet onto the opposite high ground. Gets a great nade and some back shots onto Milgaru. They were not ready for that at all. They're going to try and walk forward, but the nano Torb is getting stuff done. They've actually found a trade onto Flora right now. They have got control of point right now, Zeta Division, with that flip TP. But Way, they can come straight back in, trying to stabilize a little bit around this. Buy time for Milgaru to respawn and come back into it. Benara's going to try and force forward for a kill. In comes Alfie as well. Defensive rally and sleep. Bash is good. They might be fighting their way out of this one. They are fighting their way out of this one. Rally is good from Lee Soo-min. Who Are You's going to be there for all the cleanup. And that seemed like a hot save from Zeta Division committing into there.
It's such a great play from Lee Soo-min, popping that rally, keeping little Marker alive. Really nice backline play. And now Violet's just going to get himself staggered out. Just going to zombie walk up in main, go for a 1 versus 5 sleep and kill himself. Stagger things out for no particular reason. Way, it was only the rally for them to win that fight. They come into this next one, they've got a nano blade, they've got a downpour, they've got an EMP. There's so many different options for them. And Zeta Division, their comp, it's good when you're on the point, but EMP counters out the sim wall. Nano comes out onto Who Are You. He's looking for the blade. He doesn't even pull it. Now he pulls it. TP back and forth, back and forth. Only person to die from the nano blade is actually going to be Who Are You, as the TP snaps his ankles. Still a chance for Way. It's a 4 versus 5, but Mark has been isolated as well. The sim play, really high level stuff coming out from Zeta Division.
Step ahead there. Who Are You? You can see he was trying to outplay it by trying to force the TP with that nano, pull the blade a little bit later, but the TP was never destroyed. So Violet's just able to play silly buggers, give him a runaround there. And now Zeta Division, they break the nano blade turn, get the retake here, but wait, they're still coming back from this EMP right now. Maybe even an argument to go with the downpour, save the EMP to counter symbol here.
I see the case. I definitely see the case. I feel like you should start and then just try and counter out Symbol. Just try and make Flora hold onto his ultimate. Alternate play, just feed. Just die really early on in the piece to nothing. And then take it from there. See
and
if
then
that can be
downpour
your
anyway.
golden
Alright.
Oh,
Force for
I
Symbol.
love that.
And no EMP to counter it out and fry that and way. Such a good situation. Oh. I mean, they say when you want to get better at Overwatch, it's good to watch for better players and do what they do. So they saw Violet Zombie walking up in main and decided, we should all try that, see if it works out for us. But only Violet can get away with it, it seems.
I mean, he can't keep getting away with it, but it appears that he has now one last chance for Wei to get themselves back into this one. Aid's got the EMP, Burner only a bomb. So it's a really good situation to be using an EMP. They just need their bodies on the point. Milgaru feeling a little bit too pressured, actually going over to the Ramatra now. Not sure the temperature of this take. Aid has been spy checked once again, and Marker is just going to go down. A TP forward puts Alpha Yi close to Wei's backline, and down goes Marker to Alpha Yi. Who you finds a trade though, because Alpha Yi decided to go for a stroll, and Lee Shu-min can turn this situation. He's got the rally to keep everyone healthy. Milgaru, he's going to get his body on the point, and I mean, look, the fight's going to start with a rally, surely. Use your rally, Lee Shu-min. There we go.
Yeah, there we go. Rally has been used. And it looks like Zeta Division just going to accept this, concede for flip for it. But now, still need to worry about this EMP timing. Finn does have the Suzu, an opportunity to outplay it right now, but he's got eyes on Finn. Virus doesn't connect, though. Where's the rest of the damage? Where's the follow-up? They allow Finn to get his cooldowns back, and just where was that engagement from way off that EMP?
I mean, they were expecting their team to just teleport across the map, I suppose, but looking at the comp, there's not a lot of players that can follow up for Wei. Now, trades come through. Nano onto Who Are You once again. He might be able to find a kill on this Ana. No, he has to reload. He's taking a bunch of damage. The sixth man doing an incredible amount of work. Who Are You? He finally has the blade now. Might be considering going over the wall with it. He's got the deflect offline. Oh, he's in deep. He's naded. He's got no deflect. He will go down. Milgaru, he goes deep, finds Violet, but Violet trades out with him. So Wei, they've really lost this exchange terribly. No value from that EMP turn. A slow-cooked EMP is not necessarily the best one. Just keep your eyes on Yaki if you want to understand that principle. And Wei, last chance in the series.
A really important principle. A fundamental, you might say, of Overwatch to understand there. Zeta
Yaki's law.
Now, Lee Sin-min hiding actually. Forces a Suzu, forces a TP. But really good ults to fight on the point here. Simwall and the Molten Core for Zeta Division going to make this next fight really difficult. Eyes on who he used Blade, but not straightforward to Blade into this. Nade just connect for first one. Sleep won't go, so Violet will fall as well. And this time the Blade is good. Simwall can't keep them protected. Milgaru with the Annihilation on point. So cost Wei everything they had, but they keep themselves alive in this map, alive in this series.
Oh my god, I mean, Who Are You? He's just next level with the blade. He pulls it, he's deflecting everything on the way. He's hitting every slash. Just, I mean, this guy knows exactly where he is on the map at all times. I'll put it that way. This guy is not getting lost and confused, no matter how old he's starting to get. Very forward fight from Wei right now. But it looks like Zeta Division have snapped their ankles beyond belief. So Zeta, they are now on the point, pressuring the retake, and no ultimates online for Wei. Come all over the objective. Good luck to you, Milgaru. Now we've got Who Are You coming in from the back, trying to hit it from the back. But there's a rush in main. There's a huge split between the supports right now. Flora takes down Aid, Sleep onto Lee Soo-min. Who Are You's good for one. Can he get 4 more?
He's got 83 HP and a Dream and Violet in his sights. Dashes, gets the touch, but the hammer is out from Alpha Yi. No escape from that, and Zeta will get it over the line. Close this series out 3-2-0. And ultimately, a bit pedestrian from Zeta in this series.
Look, they've started picking the Torb and the Sim. They've changed nothing else, and it just winds up working out for them. Play a bunch of Diva where it fits. Milgaru not having his Wrecking Ball protected as he goes to Suravasa. Alright. I'm actually only going to do one game today, so I'm going to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think I'm going to give you my deals, because I got some stuff to do. And these games, like, they go really late. Like, they go too late for me to get up and have a good night's sleep before matches. Because I wind up sleeping for 5 hours on game days, which is really bad. So I'm going to give you my deals. Can we play marbles? Yeah, no, actually, we can play around the marbles game until that's fine.
좋았고 물론 디바는 허리를 끊어준.
Any loyal viewers? I said I wasn't going to give away a code, so what I think I'll do is I'll give away a code. Does that sound good?
Tricked them all again. I'm getting ready to win that code.
Yeah, if you want an Ash Mythic code, come play marbles real quick before we pack it up.
그렇습니다. 저는 뭐
I would love a code. Yeah. Alright. Did you see Big Craig came in with 2 more today, or was it just for me?
No, yeah, I got them as well. The Golden Goose is good for those eggs.
그런 생각이 들거든요.
Milk that guy for all his work, you know?
안정감 있는 탱커다라는 평은 많았었는데 서서히 공격적인.
Cyclops says, I'm in Thailand and the NA EME games are starting at 1 AM and end at 8 AM. I wanna die. And then Coleman, one of my mods, links in the Samaritan's helpline.
You guys are playing too early. We haven't even picked the race yet, guys. You want to do King of the Corn today?
I am the King of the Corn, so I want to play.
Alright. Drop a play. Give people some time to sign up and whatnot. You want yourself an Ash Mythic gun? Very expensive piece of equipment. So
Brand new.
Surely, yeah. It's actually hot off the presses. So
This one is straight out of the factory.
Exactly right. That's why Craig had to rummage around for a day to secure it.
They were low on the natural resources they used to create these skins.
Exactly right. The raw materials that go into creating them are a little bit short, but yeah.
Who are you playing? Is it Avidity tonight?
Yeah, it's
or I guess
Avidity.
tomorrow for you.
Yeah, tomorrow. But tonight for certain people of a certain persuasion. Yeah, it's Avidity. And they seem alright, to be honest. Like we had the same map score versus Amplify, so I figure we must be similar strength teams. But yeah, I mean, there's just like a lot going on this patch in terms of like the variety of stuff that's getting played. So I feel like there's some stuff that needs like nutting out, you know? Like every day in scrims, like you don't really like come out of it like having reached a big conclusion, you know? There's like so much more being learned from watching the matches than there is from like having a scrim. Because people kind of just have like one thing that they'll try, and it's like, you know, you'll win or you'll lose.
Yeah.
And we only scrimmed 3 days this week. Because you know, we had matches on whatever, and then we had double dinger matches this weekend, like Friday, Saturday. So we've barely scrimmed on it. It's just a little bit of thinking to do.
Yeah, I think a lot of the time, I mean, it didn't feel like it happened as much, or maybe it did happen last year, but what would always happen is when you'd get that midweek patch, it would always happen when it was like the group stage games, right? So most of the time you would have like a really new patch, but you weren't playing the strongest opponents, so it was always just fine. You would just, you know, it wouldn't be that much of a problem for big teams, whereas now, all of a sudden, I think we're getting a chance to see like really high-level important games between some of the top teams in each region, but the patch has been out and nobody actually knows exactly what they're doing, and this is why we maybe see, I think like this weekend especially, we're probably going to see more like comp mistakes or ban mistakes or things that feel bad.
Yeah, well, it's like it's so hard to even determine what is and isn't a mistake until you've actually watched the whole series and had the benefit of hindsight, because it's like, what is going on, you know? Like, I think, you know, like with what happened to Twisted, like I see the case of just like calling it a mistake off rip, right? Guys, exclamation mark play if you want to win the Ash Mythic. It ain't that deep. I'm gonna start it in 59 seconds. So this is your last chance to win the Ash Mythic. 59 seconds. But yeah, my feeling is just like with Twisted, like the way that they went about it, it's like you have someone where it's like you probably don't want him to wind up on Diva, right? Like you probably don't want him to wind up on Diva. And you have Yubi in the server. So it's like we should solve around trying to stay on Sim and trying to keep Hattie off Diva. And they just didn't do that at all. And then the very final map, like when they've got Psycho in, like it's just a different scenario. Like it's just like Psycho just looks bad at all. And they're just playing terribly because they're down 0-2 to Sakura, and they're like mentally buckling around that.
Yeah,
like
and I think
when I looked at like our match today, like when we played Amplify, it's like, I mean, we're just playing like a lot of the old heroes, you know, like not responding very well to like the comp that they're playing. Like they've got like the Sombra making things awkward for our Genji or whatever, but we're just like sticking it out, just thugging it out for no reason, and like poor play overall. But it's like it's easy to kind of wind up in like a flustered situation if it's like it feels like there's so many different heroes coming out that you haven't seen in ages, you know. It's like a massive swap game that needs to be played all the time.
Yeah, it's the same anytime there's like a new patch or just a shift in the meta in general. There's just like this chaos for X amount of time until everything sort of settles down.
Oh, the Diva guy just followed me. The Diva guy that beat Hardy.
Oh,
He
Ziad?
just missed the opportunity to play. Yeah. Oh no, this is Overwatch Yazid, not Ziad. So I'm actually dyslexic or misremembered his name, so that's just a lie.
Potentially both.
Unless of course Ziad is actually called Yazid. Oh, played a Suki, fucking King of the Corn angle.
Fuck.
Yeah, looks like we got ourselves a King of the Corn. But yeah. Shit, played a Suki. If you win this skin, you're gonna go off the map anyway. It's not gonna matter. You're gonna fuck this up for sure. This is like an outrageous lead. Wait, Xavier's actually in third place as well. Like,
because I'm
he
the
really
king
is
of
the
the
king of
corn.
the corn.
Yeah, it's literally
actually ridiculous.
You can even see I'm even gaining on Dale a little bit, due to my my royal position.
Well, I mean, there is like this is a fucker. Like this can fuck people up. But you are literally in second place right now. I mean, you're so heavily in the running that it's actually gonna piss me off if you win the Ash skin again. Like,
unbelievable if I snatch 2 codes from you in the course of 2 weeks.
Like, if you snatch that code, I'm genuinely tempted to not pay it out and to just give it to a second giveaway.
What
like,
about the integrity? What will your independent adjudicator say?
Like, Playtasuki's just dead, bro. Like, they actually just crashed out. Like, you're actually just about to win. Oh no, you got caught up in the. You died too. You got bounced off the map.
I'm slightly behind. Oh, I hit the bumpers.
Right, nobody is getting in. Literally, nobody is getting in. Like, what is happening?
Oh, on the rim.
What is that?
Oh,
what
no
is that
way!
Nonsense?
They bounced off each other. Like
100 people were just edging there. Like, you can only get in when it's moving. It's like only possible to get in when it moves. Full momentum stop on the finish line. So ZETA OW has won the code.
The problem with being king of the corn is there's a bunch of obstacles that aren't corn.
All right, ZETA Overwatch, where are you? Where are you? Come on, get your code. ZETA OW. Where are you? Let's give it to him. You're here, and now, much like how Dr. Disrespect reaches out to children, I have reached out to you on Twitch direct messages to send you a code for an Ash Mythic. So enjoy this. Can we get some this spam in the chat for Zaito? I feel like it's an analogy that works totally fine. Thank you very much. But
I think it's 2 on the nose is the problem.
Let's get some this in the chat for Zaito. Exclamation mark rematch. This code is yours. Enjoy Zaito. Enjoy your code. I was robbed, says Viper Zombie Lord. Just say you're not cut out for the corn. Okay? Just say you're not cut out for it. And move on. Alright, I'm gonna give my viewers over to Xavier, and he's gonna entertain you for the remainder of the night.
Well, I'll at least try.
Don't kill ZETA OW. Don't do that.
You know
He's
what?
good people.
You know I've got that timeout channel point reward. You know what happens so many times after somebody wins? It's like, congratulations, you got the code, and then someone pays 20,000 channel points to time them out. Like, just absolute immediate spite and bitterness at anyone else's success.
Oh, perfect.
Oh, it's only 10k? Thank you, Fovai. Fovai is our head of accounting. And our head of pregnancy. Same department. No, you can boost as much as you want. Alright, where are we at then? So that was, yeah, alright, 8-minute break. Bloody hell. Not wasting any time, were they? Guess close that one now. Alright, and we're looking for the rest of Korea. Because it's actually the big one next. It's the big one next. They don't want you to know, but this is the biggest game of the week. This is the relegation battle. Remember, in South Korea, the first regular season, they filter you out into 3 groups. Oh, thank you, Cat likes... Cats like plain crisps. Good to know as well. Thank you as well, Hunter, for the raid. Appreciate it, mate. Get some rest. I'll see you for the game tomorrow. By which I mean, I'll just be watching on stream. Thank you very much, Faye. Was that a new... What happened to the song? Thanks for the follow, Gay Hunter. What happened to the song? Have they taken away my raid notification? Am I not allowed for music anymore? No Griddy. Oh. They've taken away the Griddy. Curse you, Twitch. First they take away my money, then they take away the Griddy. Thanks, Zombie. Those coins you've thrown at me will surely cheer me up. What's happened to the Griddy? Hold on. Let me investigate. We're going to investigate this. Let me open my alerts thing. Alerts. Standard. Where was it? It was Hype Train. Oh wait, no, not Hype Train. I literally raid. Hey. Oh, it says it's still there. Just didn't trigger for Hunter. Oh. That was weird. Alright, either way. Appreciate it, mate, Max. Get some rest. I'll see you, I guess you're tomorrow, my today, my evening. Until then, we'll lock in. So, as I was saying, this game is actually super important, this next game. Because the way Korea divides its regular season table is there's going to be the top 4 teams for Big 4. They're going to go through to a seeding tournament. These next 4 teams are going to go through to a last chance qualifier. So the seeding teams are guaranteed playoffs. For last chance qualifier, have to fight it out amongst themselves. 2 of those get to go to playoffs. And then Vesta, or well, I say Vesta, whoever's 9th, just dead, just shot in the streets. They take him out back. They don't let him play any more Overwatch in this stage. Which team is Heiser on? It's the Vesta team, I believe, right? And am I right in thinking it's actually he's old enough now? Where is he? Yeah. Oh, sorry, he's on Pokerface. I've got the teams muddled up because Pokerface have some of the old Vesta players as well. Is it his birthday today or yesterday? Yesterday it was his birthday, which means he's 17, which means he can play. So we could be seeing a Heiser OWCS debut here. I don't know. Does anyone have a read on? Oh, thank you, Hisung. Does anyone have a read on him? What's the better than Gafrium? Should he come in? You can't read. Sorry, it's okay. No clue. Another Hisung. Good at Doomfist. Oh, not a good time to be a Doomfist player. He was good in the Incheon Cup, if I'm saying that right. Better than Gafrium, at least. All right. Is that really how you say Gafrium? Almost. Almost certainly not. But I've said it so often now, I actually can't say it any other way. There was a point when we were first casting Vesta Crew last season, where because they all have numbers in their name, so it was Gafrium, Min 1 at 2, Defort. I'm forgetting someone as well. Who was the other one? Sven was another player. And there'd be times I'd cast the entire game, or like at least an entire map, saying all the numbers out loud. Spirwannel? Yeah, Spirwannel. Awannen. Morning Plum, absolutely nothing, honestly. Oh, you might genuinely pass out in this match? I
might genuinely pass out this match.
That's what I'm saying. But honestly, this is probably the most exciting one. I mean, it might not be. I think Pokerface are favourites still. You know, I think they've got it. It's 9:45 in the morning, and I'm already pissed off at me, Elf, and can't spell. You think Vesta sweep? I'm a Pokerface believer. Is that delusional? I feel like it's not. Yeah, I actually quite like Poker Face. I mean, we've not seen either of these teams. I mean, we saw Vesta get pushed over minus comp last week, but no, I think Poker Face win. Can I stop yawning? I'm not even realizing I'm yawning that much. I should have got more sleep last night. I actually fumbled for bag, you know? Sometimes you reckon you've got time for a cheeky football manager, and then the problem is really hard just to play one round match of football manager, you know? So, cheeky second one, just not enough. How are you so chirpy so early? Just probably something wrong with my brain. Some kind of natural advantage. How's something you know? I was talking to my friend Ed yesterday. And he told me, because we talk about FM a lot. I was talking to him and he was telling me it was cancelled, and I was like, is it proper cancelled? Because what I do, which I think is probably quite common, where I don't buy the new football manager every year, so I don't buy FM 21, 22, 23, 24. I buy it like every 2 to 3 years or something. So actually, this year, 2025 was going to be the one I bought, because I heard there was meant to be some things, but then he linked me like the developer blog post update that it wasn't going to be ready, and all of this. So I don't know what I do. Do I just, because it's full cancelled, right? They're not even going to, it's not like it's just going to come out later or a couple months after or something. It's like, wait till FM26 type angle, which is 2 years away. You've sent him 1,000 years of bad luck. They just got resilience They got resilience. Hanging in there. Which one am I currently playing? I think it's at 23. Yeah, 23 is what I'm currently playing. So this would have been like 2 years on, you know? Don't bother getting 24 then? Yeah. Well, that's why I wait every couple of years, because I feel like most of the time there's not like a substantial difference between, you know, just from 1 year to the next. You're betting your soul that Vesta loses. I reckon, you know, it's always Vesterable. You're right, Kazad, mate? You're asleep on the keyboard? How many days? I don't know what my daily salary was. I was on 50k a year. So whatever the math is on that. In dollars. Oh. Last week game you played was Sensible Soccer, a classic. Well, I should cut the VOD before I forget. Let's
하고
back
있습니다.
on.
그치만 오늘 여기서 승리를 가져갔다면.
Oh yeah, what do